Fu was very limiting himself in terms of like actually opening for team fights with only 3 Unbridled Outbursts on Zhang Fei, where Doofy, his Unbridled Outburst is like, oh, I see someone, I go. So it's like, is more good or is less good? Or can they find equilibrium in the balance to find proper engagements for their team? Any of them, if they can find the first mover and actually be able to be the perfect roamer for their team, I think that will be a big advantage for either of these ones.
So Team Flash can already just be thinking about how to change those little details. In front of them, S8UL Esports. Seoul Esports coming in here as the second place of the Kings Arise India Championship.
Okay.
Yesterday,
Okay, guys,
they
our
were
guys are
facing
here.
Influence Rage that got the ticket to
Ara.
go into the group stages. That match
Ara.
left me a very nice feeling about these 5 guys.
And this is not the first time that India actually has faced Vietnam in the HOK setting here. If we were to trace back into the Asian Games qualifiers yet, yes, it's not the S8UL lineup that has faced the Team Flash roster. It's more on the RNTX side, but RNTX is still with the same region as the side of S8UL. So the information shares...
Why he's not doing
Yeah,
anything,
I
bro?
think they definitely would have helped them in their homework, right? And I think S8UL, here's one thing tip I will give to them for today's game, right? This is your first international event. There's no need to pressure yourself about, hey, I want to
Hello,
go
babe.
big.
Welcome to
But
the
you
stream,
have
bro.
to
I was
play
just
big,
enjoying
because
doing
at
the
this stage of the game,
symbols.
it really is go big.
The gestures
go
that
home.
they were doing.
We gotta spotlight someone, right? Like we gotta spotlight Kong. Kong, the jungler from S8UL yesterday, with coordination was on point, and they allowed Kong to really do his job. They looked pretty strong. There were some moments where they actually cornered INF that made me feel like they actually could have a chance to take that victory.
I think Kong, like you mentioned, is the
Hello, guys.
star boy
Welcome
or
to the
the
stream.
main
Do
guy
hit that
coming
like
from
button.
S8UL. The main idea, if you were to give
So this
S8UL
is
a
the
winning
first
chance
match
against
itself
teams
is
like
going to be
Vietnam
India
or
match.
PUBG,
S8UL
the funnel
versus
strategy, right? We've seen the
Yaffle.
funnel strategy in 2 different ways, where the mid lane completely ignores the mid wave, gives it over
I'm
to
telling
Kong
you
as the
guys,
jungle carry pick, and then he goes
I
inside lane
used to
cause
be
pressure,
Yes.
giving
during
more room
AOV
for the
days
farm lane to
seeing
actually
Team
progress
FL
on
play
side
and
of
one
TC.
person
And then you
actually
look
getting
over
a
to another
skin
strat,
in the game
the
based
Roamer
on
Earth with
this
the Spice
gameplay.
Earth. So
FL
these
ADC
are
got an
available
Acrobat skin now.
options that potentially
You know,
S8UL
seeing all
could
that,
take if they wanna go
probably
for the
these
jungle
5
carry
players
route.
who are playing, at
Yes,
least
and that's one
most
formula,
of them
right? The
were
second formula
fans of
is also about
FL team.
enabling your
Because I know
jungler.
they
Like you
all
said,
play
Kong,
AOV.
I
They
think
used
if
to
you give
play
him the
AOV.
space, he does really well.
So
The
now
same
facing
could
the
be said
team
for
that
Julius as well.
they
We're
used to be
talking about the
fans of.
Butterfly he had
That's
in the
how
last
this
game.
situation is right
And
now for them.
Butterfly is a super snowball carry. If you give the Butterfly a lead, she suddenly becomes a huge problem in a span of 4 to 5 minutes.
But it's a very difficult hero to play right now. I think it's very detail-oriented, don't you think, Zach?
I think as long as you make the butterfly and you revolve around it, you take down the first target, give butterfly the reset, and then you consistently jump on the following target here, then maybe it works. But there's also
butterfly
a
is
different
not
sector to
good.
look into. It's a very high risk, high reward, very weak early game. You need that level 4. Now I have a question here. Yes, we saw the butterfly available in AOV and also HOK, but we haven't seen the other AOV picks that are available in what's not a Team Flash.
All right.
You get to see Lorian, Annette, or Florentino here. So maybe those are their trump cards coming in for this lower bracket.
Well,
Like you
surely ban
mentioned,
Florentino.
Right over here. Florentino yesterday with Pei were the most banned heroes in the
I'm seeing
whole
more and
game
more of
match.
them.
Out of
Nice.
14
Hi,
games
hi,
that we had
Caddy. Welcome to the
yesterday,
stream.
11 times Pei and Florentino were
Hi,
banned.
Caddy. Good.
And Florentino appeared only once, and the one time that it showed up, it was a loss. So is this really a hero that we need to be banning that much?
No, don't ban. Don't ban.
Yes,
I say yes.
it
Yeah,
has
you
to
think
be.
so? Go ahead.
Florentino
Explain
is
why.
one of those heroes that has anti-CC properties, right? Especially when he lands that first strike where the flowers and petals start falling on the floor. 3 of them, you have 3 chances. And, you know, 3rd time's the charm. Once you get all 3 petals down for Florentino, I think you will end up in a very lousy state. So I think, yes, why Florentino was allowed to be played yesterday, because they had all the answers for him. Everyone was going against the Florentino.
Well,
Yeah.
Redford was the
Everyone
one
picked
allowed
against
Florentino
Florentino
to
that
happen.
match.
And seems like
Whole
they had
team
that
was
first game
crafted to
already
counter
back, they
Florentino.
said to
No
themselves,
warrior
"Let's
except
give
that
ourselves a
Ata.
little bit of
And
a
then
chance
full
to
ranged.
experimenting here.
Even Clash
Let's
Laner
see
was
if
ranged.
the answers that we have against Florentino can work, and seems like they got a completely 100%.
I think they definitely play well with the specific matchup, right? They used the Vara to
Let's
try
go
to
like
glide
this.
out the lane,
Full
make
screen.
sure that there were no room for Florentino to go for that 1v1, right? Because when we talk about Pei and Florentino, they are very similar in playstyle, where Florentino wants to dominate the 1v1, convert that minion with advantage into the push, and then allowing the jungle or the mid to find those rotations even faster here. And then for Pei, similar as well, insane early game power with the double form spells, which allows the Pei to actually get a lot of control. So that's why yesterday we see more bans on these hyper aggressive early game picks.
Yes, and if you're new to the MOBA genre, let me just give you one line where I think it will help you understand. Just don't bite off more than you can chew, right? Nongshim, they made sure that, look, if Florentino is going to be a problem, Florentino is going to be the only problem.
That's correct. So we are gonna head to the draft in a bit.
Florentino
So
glaze.
let's look
Bro,
into
they are
the
glazing
second
Florentino
tier
more than me. What do you guys say now?
Oh, dude,
You are telling me to marry Florentino. Look at these
I'm a
guys.
data person, man. Go, show me.
For me specifically, right, I think this current patch of BWC for Honor of Kings, Lone,
I increased the voice.
Chano, Chicha, Flowbron, these are definitely first base farm lanes
No,
that you have
not
to pick
it.
in the
This
first
is
three
the first
phases. In
match.
the first three picks, right?
First
If you
match,
don't
and
pick
that
these
is
four
India
heroes
match.
and it goes to the second phase, you start having to use subpar picks that might not be the best of the best in this specific patch.
Okay, so you do believe that in this patch, just coming in and then just prioritizing your farm laner in the BP set is actually the way to go.
I feel so, right? Considering the fact that you have things like the Channel, Long, Flowborn, and also Chicha, these are amazing blind picks in towards this specific patch. And you can see a lot of these teams, their first pick is definitely the Aoyin coming in on the blue side. And then you start to look into potential roamers like the Zhangfei, Lapu Lapu as your 1-2. Or you start building compositions that we
I'll
see
give them
yesterday.
Racer if
Didn't
they
really work
win.
that well,
A
but the
toy
Queen Angel
Racer
that we saw
because
from
they
Nongshim.
didn't want to
Oh,
cut
that
their...
Quay was a little
Bro,
bit
what
too
happened?
abstract
Why
for
are you
my
so
taste.
angry,
I
bro?
do
I
believe
see
that it's a
morning.
good hero.
Full rage
We want
mode
to
out
see it
today.
again. But if it's going to be played the same as yesterday, what about if we just leave it over there on bench?
I think this is where the second half of the BP is very important, right? I like the fact that Nongshim showed us how it's
Bro,
supposed to be used. Because,
for
let's be honest,
for
the
so
Queen play
much of
yesterday
you
from Nambu,
talking about
actually, that
Garo,
was
Garo is the
great,
counter
but it
to
was not good enough because there
your
was
favorite
no follow-up.
marksman.
Nobody else
Alright.
on Nongshim
Okay.
could finish the job. They had to use a Yao, which
Three
was
shots.
not the ideal
Three
hero. You
shots
wanted
is
more
all it
damage, you wanted more
takes.
CC coming in.
She
And,
doesn't
you know, the
even know
Angela
what
wasn't allowed to
hits.
play the game, essentially.
No?
You are the initiator,
shots,
man. Like if you're gonna choose
three
the
shots
Quay and
is
you're going
all
to
it takes.
initiate,
She
you need
doesn't
to
know
have that
what
communication.
hits.
Communication needs to be on top, or else you better just don't choose that hero.
It's like a mid-roam synergy has to be so on point,
Yeah.
like you're a couple living together,
course.
where the Quay has a
For
land
the
the
first
hook.
years.
I mean, you tell me, man. The Queen has to land a hook, and then the Angel has
Yeah.
to immediately be side by side, connecting the Chaos Cinders for the full blown out combo, right? So it's a good pickoff combo nonetheless. Like if you can play it to a perfection, which I think some of the stronger teams in the group stage that can actually pull it off,
S8UL
then we'll see a very
Esports.
large
Aura.
effect. You instantly isolate out that 4v5, and then you
Aura,
start winning
guys.
by numbers.
S8UL
advantage. But
Aura.
if you miss the hook, like what Nongshim did yesterday, then the Guan Yu comes charging in. You don't have crowd control to actually stop the horse.
Exactly. So I want to just put it into an overview.
Need for shots.
Now, we are in a best of
Okay,
three,
bro.
meaning 2 strikes and you're out.
Yeah.
So your BPs are especially important in this game. It's no longer about burning heroes from the draft. It's about, can we find the best formula in the shortest amount of time? Because you only get 2 chances to move forward.
They need to just put everything right over there. Just whatever that they have. Their best of the best.
Guys,
Because
do you know me, Kopi?
lose and then just go home, man. Like that's it. There's no tomorrow. This needs to be the most important game that they have
At least
played
they went to see
in,
Paris, huh?
in this whole year.
I mean, in
Starting
that
right
way,
now, every single
yeah,
game
they
for
got a
these
free
two
ticket
teams
to
is going
Paris.
to
They
be
got
a
free
grand
everything,
final.
free food,
Now,
free
Isaac, I know
lodgings.
that you have,
No,
like,
they had a good
experience
time.
in
They had a
coaching
good
and also
experience as
teaching.
well.
There you
If
go.
you are the
And
coach for either
they
of
might
these
beat
teams,
Team
what would you
Flash
tell
now.
them?
Breathe.
I was a fan
Breathe,
of
man.
Team
Like,
Flash. Like,
oxygen
not
right
really
now
a
is
fan,
gonna be
but
the
I
most
was
important
I
thing.
was very
In
impressed
the
that
moment that you start
the
having
jungler of
pressure,
Team
in the
Flash
moment that you
had
are right over
a
there with high stakes,
had
you
a
start
skin
forgetting about the
defined in
most
the game
important
for
things
him
in
in
life, which
AOV.
is just
So I was like,
air
oh,
in
Team Flash
and
is
then
such a
air
great
out.
team that
Slowly
their
think
jungler
about
even
that.
has a skin
Communicate with your
called
teammates.
FL
You
ADC skin.
cannot just
FL Team
micromanage
Flash.
these players, man. They're
I'm
professionals.
sure
You
our
cannot just
Indian
tell them
guys
exactly
also
what they
used
need
to
do, but you can
admire
just guide them
FL
in the
before,
right
and now they
direction
are
for them to
facing
be
the
able to
same team
perform
that
at
they
the level
admired
you
once
want.
upon
I
a
love
time.
it.
How do you
Because
guys
it's
feel
also
about that?
important that we follow up with trust, right?
Bro,
Number one,
bro,
trust your teammates,
you don't
trust the
know.
process,
Yeah,
and
you know
most
Meek, right?
importantly,
Is
in
Meek really
an
Meek?
international stage?
That's the question we
where
are
the
going to
stakes are
answer today.
extremely
Is
high,
Meek really a
you
meek
need
person?
to have fun.
Having
Nico
fun
P.
is always
Enjoy.
very important, right? If you're enjoying in the moment and then you start to feel the adrenaline rushing towards you, you start to lose the worry or the tension that you have on your hands, and then you start to not have cool
Can I
hands.
cross skin
Like
FL
even in,
ADC?
let's say like your rankings where you are like trying to go from Master 1 to Grandmaster from 1007,
Okay,
1008.
okay.
You have that
Flow,
momentum here.
Hayab,
But talking about
Shiranui,
momentum
Pay
here,
Band.
let's kick off the pick and bans
No
with
Florentino,
Team
guys.
S8UL Esports on towards the blue side here, and also Team Flash Vietnam coming in from the red side. And all of a sudden here, Florentino locked away again.
Exactly what we talked about. So the pay as well as the
Lung.
Florentino. Ideal.
By
and
the way, this
trial
is
bans
Lung
on
after
both
the
sides
buff,
here,
okay.
leaving the
Lung
higher
buff
band
came
as well as
yesterday,
the
no?
Mai going to
Not
be
buff, is
completely
it a-
taken out, which means
Is it really a buff? I feel like it's a
yep,
nerf.
there we go. Lorion might be coming into the gorge. Now, who is going to have that? It looks like it's going into the hands of Team Flash. Now, on the side of
hell
S8UL,
nah, bruh,
did you make a
hell nah.
mistake? Because this is the home ground of Lorion play.
I don't think you can actually blame S8UL Esports, right? Because
Hell
considering the fact
nah,
that they
guys.
don't really have much time in HOK itself. The game only released in India back in
No,
March
no,
11
no,
or
no.
March
Dead
2nd
shot
here.
is
So
not there. Dead shot is
dating today,
RNTX.
there's probably like 4 to 5 months of practice that they actually have in the game itself. And then Lauren is also a really, really new pick. This is entirely experience difference that maybe in the
Chicha in
advantage of Team
the
Flash.
Flash
And
lane,
yesterday,
I think.
we did
Okay.
talk about the Kong pick on towards the Chicha here. Maybe it's coming back again
Bro,
in this
Lorian.
specific game 1.
I want to just add on to that because we had a conversation today about the Lorion
Chano.
pick, and I was
Chano,
asking, right?
the lane
so
bully.
what do we do
Chano
against
has
the Lorion?
bullied
And
every
remember
single
you said
one.
Just hard
I
engage.
saw.
These two are one of the hardest engagers in the game. So the Lapu Lapu with the Raging Sea to set up and allowing the Chicha to go with the ultimate to just be in your face all the time. Sure, you can run, you can flash, you can use the ultimate to try and juke and move. But as a Lorion, if you can't kill Kong in one strike, you're probably,
Elon.
you know, 6 feet under.
But there's still a lot of crowd control as well, right? Like, that point is amazing where you want hard
Luna.
engage, like we talk about,
Luna,
onto the
Charlotte,
side
Charlotte,
of Hilda potentially,
Luna.
who will be piloting this Lorion. But yet again, there's a Zhang Fei here, there's a double
Jing.
carry that's backed up by a
Assassin,
channel here.
Shadow
So far,
Seas.
after observing the draft,
Yeah,
it's
Jing
not
is a
looking
very
too
good pick
for the side
here.
of S8UL Esports,
I don't
where
know about
you
Luna,
have
but
very
Jing
early
is
to
a
mid-game
mighty
centric
pick
heroes
for
here. And if you
S8UL.
allow this channel to scale, that not be
If
the
Jing
best
Pro
case
player is
scenario.
playing.
I mean, right off the bat, the laning phase is not going to be fun, right?
Yeah.
For the side
Chano.
of Kilteezy, because in a 1v1
Hey,
matchup,
Miyamoto Dark Souls
the
has been
Chano
banned.
actually does have a slight advantage over the Lung due to
Okay,
the soul
let's
of the
see what
Lung,
they pick.
right?
Yes.
We know
Someone guess.
both
Someone
heroes
guess
to
what
be a
jungler,
single
what clash
target
laner. Come on, come on, come on.
kind of,
Quickly,
synergy.
guys. We
But
have
when you
15
too many
seconds.
targets, you activate too
Let's
many
see who
traps
wins.
from the side of Chano. Life gets a little bit tough for this Aoyan.
Like, you just go into lane, don't take skill 1, as Chano takes skill 2, and when he walks up for the minions, just drop your skill 2 on him, drop your skill 2 on him, and when the 3 wolf bombs just start mauling him, ooh, that's gonna be difficult here. And then we yet again see
Faida.
Ogren
Lord
being picked up
Agran.
by Julius in towards the jungle here.
It's
Yesterday
Lord
we saw
Agran.
him go for the full damage route. Didn't work the best. You reckon today he's gonna go the
Musashi
same?
already
I
banned,
think he
friend.
would, right?
Look at
Because
this.
you
Musashi
wanna
has
make
been
the
banned.
fights really quick, but at the same time, it's like a double-edged sword because you have to deal with the potential that the Lung is.
Okay, what
maybe
are our
outfarming
guys
you,
picking?
has the
15
potential for the
seconds.
one shot.
We
and you
need
might
a
have to go
jungler
tank. So
and
right now, I think
mage.
for Team Flash is. Do we think we're gonna win
Oh,
the
Chicha
laning phase?
jungle.
If we're gonna
Okay,
win,
okay,
confident
that
of
I
winning the
like.
laning phase. full
That
damage.
I like.
Ogre, no
Full
doubt.
damage
Yesterday
Ogren
also he
here.
played
Maybe it
Chicha
really
jungle
works
second
out
match.
because I do feel that if he does go for the full damage Ogren build into Kong's Chicha, that's actually a very strong snowball option
Yeah.
here because Chicha, yes, strong in the mid game after level 4 and some of your Sparks for Doomsday on hit items. But if you get invaded by the Ogren in the early game, that's really difficult here because Ogren has the built-in execution on his spells in the Seer state. So
Yes.
that's going to be a bit of an issue here coming in for that S8UL. And I like the Fatih last pick here. Yes, you lose lane against
Bro,
Miriam
look at
potentially
this.
on that
Look at
Byron
this
here, but
team,
how
bro.
you
Like,
skill
what
towards
do
the
you guys
mid
think
game
about
is
this
exactly
team?
What we
What
will
do
be
you
looking
think
out from
about-
here on this Fatih?
Yes, Fani is a great
If I see
pick
this
here.
team,
Now,
I will
for a
surrender at
couple
6
of
minutes.
reasons. Number one, he also has
What?
decent mobility, and with his activation
Oh,
of his
no.
ultimate, he's
Lemetrix
able to
is here.
cleanse
Oh,
himself
no.
from any CC, which means there's only one thing and one thing on his mind. I want to get to your back
Sosuke
line.
has been picked up.
Ah, if you were to look at a draft here, I can. Who would you give the edge to after looking at both S8ULs and also Team Flash?
I like Flash a little bit better. Now, S8UL is not that their draft is bad. I just think that they need to win this laning phase with quick succession.
SL
And
win
4 minutes
first
is a
match, S8
very
will win
short
second
amount
match.
of
Then
time.
third match
So,
who will win, bro?
if S8UL cannot find that advantage in the first 4
Here we
minutes,
go.
this game is
Let the dance
practically
begin.
over.
Stress, right, coming in
Let
from
the
the side
dance
of
begin.
S8UL Esports here. If they can actually manage to find that laning phase that Ken talked about, maybe they can find more of a hope in actually making it to meet
Hi,
up
beep,
Buriram
boop,
in
boop,
that
boop.
semifinals.
I'm fine, bro.
Of
How
our
are
lower
you,
brackets
bro?
here. But you know what? The viewers also want an
You will be covering the
AOVV match
mini
between
map.
Buriram and
Oh yeah, I
also
will bring it
Team
down. Don't
Flash. So
worry.
that's gonna be stakes at hand coming in for both of these teams. With the rosters locked up here, they will be soon going to the gorge in just a bit of time.
Now let's
Yeah.
go.
Look, life rarely gives you what you want, it gives you what you need. So right now, does the game need a
Third,
rematch
sadly,
between
FL
Flash
wins.
and Buriram?
Sad.
Or do we
We are
need
sad, but
S8UL
according
coming
to
in
IMSP's
against Buriram
prediction,
in the decider match?
And S8UL definitely needs your cheer right now to actually push them
Here
for
we
that
go,
vote event, because
S8UL,
in that
let's
pit itself, I see Team Flash
go.
votes. They are overpowering S8UL in this specific voting
Okay.
here. But this is game one between S8UL taking on Team Flash for that
Hogran
potential
is
slot
here.
into that group stage here. We see a bit of a mid 2v2 with Julius going in for that initial invade against Kong.
I love this. This is exactly what you should do, right? As an Ogren, the first ball camp is actually
is
one
Hagran
of the
doing?
important markers you need to achieve. If you can get the steal there, that already gives you a slight advantage. But Julius...
Oh, he's going a bit too low
Oh,
here.
they
Going
know
for
about
aggressive
it.
invade,
They are
but he
not gonna
does
make any
get the
mistakes.
smite off
They
on
know
that
Zhang
initial
Fei has
wild
the
boar
shield
camp
and
here.
also
They are not
has
done
heal.
yet. They want to go on in, but Kong has the smite. This is a bit of an over-aggression here coming in for the side of Team Flash. They do find a knock-up here. Buff going in from the hands of Kong.
Oh, they might die here though.
Tag onto his Tofu
Red
here.
buff,
Miriam
red buff,
right
red
here.
buff.
Flash
Oh,
storm
Meru
back onto Julius here. That
Let's
first
go.
blood going in
Let's
for side
fucking go. Their
S8UL
jungler is
Esports
dead.
here. Miriam finding it. Doofy
Oh.
falls towards the soaring signal coming in from Rin.
All
Tofu
of them
almost
are very
going down.
low.
But that's a hot start coming in for both of these squads.
Bro,
Yes,
let's...
yes. This is a
Bro.
big moment for them, right? More importantly, I think for the sign of Flash, Rin actually gets that kill for himself. So in the laning phase, he already has an advantage. Right now, it's getting even bigger. Now we switch sides over to the side of the Clash.
Oh, thank you for saving me.
Miriam
Oh, okay,
actually
bro.
got a
No
return
problem.
kill. He gets that 1v1, which is also beneficial for him. So in the side lanes, it's the complete opposite.
And most importantly, right, Julius is a jungle.
Oh, wait,
top
wait.
side,
What?
yeah. That rotation towards mid, burn
Let's
the
go,
flash,
guys.
and Doofy with
Let's
a
go.
very smart
Like,
catch on
what's
the top side,
happening? Suddenly our
punishing
guys
a
are
flash to
Sage
Fatih
mode.
here.
So is the
Go,
Clash
go, go. Go, red
laning
buff,
phase
go, red
over?
buff.
I mean,
Go, red buff,
he
come
had
on.
one kill,
Come on. You
and
can do it.
Yer died once.
Go, go,
so
go, go,
there's
fast.
a lot of
You
EXP
used
and
it.
gold differential in the Clash lane.
It's definitely not looking too good, right? We talk about how the Fatih needs to scale into that mid
Hi,
to
Nan.
late
Welcome
game,
to the stream,
but
bro.
suffering from the early game right now with Julius on that Ogren and also Fatih with Ye. It's not
Fatih.
gonna look too good, but at the very least,
Fatih.
their safe insurance on that channel is still up and going in that bottom lane here.
Well, at this point, it's not a Fatih, it's a Fa. So
Fa.
we'll see how that is
Fa,
going to
Fa.
change for the side of Team Flash. They have to build upon the
It's not
advantage
Fatih,
on
it's
the
Fa,
farm
Fa,
lane
Fa.
side instead, right? Rin now has that one.
Okay, okay,
one
great.
kill
Okay,
advantage.
okay. Show there.
We
Yeah,
see
yeah,
Miriam
yeah.
finding
There,
the
there.
Storm Strike onto his Julius here, forced to use the ultimate to find back some
Okay.
of the HP here. Knockout
What?
found on towards the back line S8UL Esports, but the damage coming in from Kong's Chicha is just
Bro!
too much. Ye has to
Our
limp
guys-
away towards safety here.
Two kills on their
S8UL
jungler.
once
What?
again finding the win over the over-aggression of Team Flash.
We were talking about Doofy just now, right? Doofy was a little bit over-aggressive. Hang on,
Balling
1v1.
1v1, Rig
Go,
going
go, go!
solo kill. He still has the ultimate, finds the solo kill
Bro,
on towards the
solo
enemy
kill?
marksman.
One kill means recovery.
Wait,
What?
He died to the lupine trap. So
Bro, this
the
is like
lupine trap,
rank
the
match
soul of
right
the
now.
world sticks
How-
alive. So
Solo
it's
kill,
a
bro.
dead even once again. Maybe slightly an advantage to Rin since he got that kill. Recovers the goal.
I
He
don't
got
know.
the kill,
I
ah.
know Rin
How
was
he
as
died?
a HOK
Minions
player, but I
killed
didn't
him,
know
ah.
he was a chess master.
Adapa.
Planning few steps ahead for that specific play here.
But this is exactly what they need. While they have a kill advantage on the side of S8UL, it's just a slight goal difference, less than half a thousand at this point.
It's not looking too good, right? Yeah, yes, less than 1,000, but Julia's on an all-room. We talk about this pick with Holler back in the green room, where this pick,
Oh,
you
hi,
need to
Jordan.
win
Welcome
the
back.
early to mid game.
Long
And
time
if
no
you
see.
don't, it's just gonna be a punching bag, and he's going full damage here. It's not looking too good for Team Flash jungle.
Oh, nice
Yes,
rotation
at
by
this
our...
point, they have already
Doofy,
committed, right?
bro.
So I'm very sure they were confident.
He's,
we
like,
are
fully
going
with
to win the
Chicha,
laning phase.
like,
and you can't blame them. At the
perfectly
start,
going with
Rin
Chicha,
actually had
wherever
a
Chicha is going.
Really decent catch there.
Okay,
And
but
with
no use
this,
of that, no.
It allowed Julius
Now
to have
50
the
seconds
confidence to
cooldown
go
for
the
Lorian's
rotations by
ultimate.
build. But right
Now they can
look,
take the
timing is
fight
too
if
tight for the side of
they want, but they are
Flash will
not
get
taking
this.
it.
And that was
Okay.
just an ultimate
Because
coming in
Zhang
from
Fei,
Reyna to find the
oh,
backline,
no attack
immediately
Titan
just
today.
chunking
I
out
think that's why
both
they are
Kong
losing,
and
bro.
also Extreme,
You
making
need the
sure that
attack
this is a
Titan.
free Tyrant going in from Team Flash, although they are on the losing side here. But For me personally, I like Team Flash composition where I think that Team Flash has the mid to late game for them.
Oh yeah, it's a beautiful one. So
Yeah,
let's take a look
Agran
at the
can't
replay.
handle
It's
late game
1v1.
CSA for sure.
Now, why would you go for it on the side of Kaltizi
Yeah,
or
why he
Kiltizi?
attacked?
It looks a bit
That's
shaky,
very-
right? And Rin was like, okay, I would
How
take
he
on
died,
that
how he died?
one-on-one because I've already planned steps ahead, and here
Hello.
you go.
Oh,
That was a
that's
funny
how
one.
he
But
died.
I agree, right? I think it's the damage calculation coming in from KLTZ that actually made it make
Yeah,
sense.
yeah, that
right?
was
He
very
calculated
smart
the
from
very
KLTZ.
brink of that
KLTZ.
specific damage, and then
He
found a
played
solo
very
kill.
well.
But
Like,
unfortunately,
going
Rin
for
was
that
counting
1v1
even
kill with
further
the
that
flash,
counter kill.
you
Yeah,
need to
and
be
we
very
are
sure
talking
of
about
how
that
much
mid-game,
damage
right?
your
We're not
abilities
really
will do.
there yet,
Like,
but Hilda
you are
is
playing in
already doing
esports
well.
level.
Like,
You know,
many pokes coming
EWC.
in from this Lorient pick.
Esports
And so
World
far
Cup
he's
you are
been
playing, and if
causing
you are
a
going
bit
for
of
a solo
trouble.
commitment
Alvarado
like that,
catches on to his
how
multiple
much
members
you
and
have to
Tofu.
believe in
He singled
yourself.
out,
Oh,
but in the
Chicha got the
backline,
kill on the
Kong
marksman
finds the
already.
Grandmaster Force and
And she's
isolates
still-
Rin for that solo kill. That's the
But-
latest
oh,
encounter
wait,
on towards Julius. Yes, Julius forced to back off, and Miriam holding
Bro,
two
they got
members
the
by
marksman
himself.
again.
Overall, a good win coming from S8UL, isolating the farm laner.
It's a brand new team. Goofy, I think he might have to give his
Oh,
life
wait,
here,
wait,
but it
wait,
doesn't
wait, wait,
matter. Small sacrifice, right? Look at the benefits of what they've done. 5 to 3 kills, while the goal lead hasn't exactly been the biggest of differences. The result is a free T1 at the bottom. And who does it get taken by? Kiltizi. He is recovered in gold.
And it was a 45 as
Wow.
well. And
Oh yeah, I
to
forgot about
further
Loong.
point to your question,
Chano went there
he
and
got a
died.
kill on
Loong
towards
got a
Rin,
tower
the
here.
channel that we
And they
promised
missed
off the
some
late
gold
game here.
also.
And if
The
you make sure that
FL team.
Channel doesn't get those 3 item power spikes by 10 to 11 minutes, he starts to be not so strong in actually taking down tanks like Doofy, like Miriam. Those are going to be big issues for Team Flash later on.
Okay, we were reading the comments yesterday about S8UL, and the support has been immense. Right now, they are proving to the fans that they are worth supporting.
Yeah.
They should get
OP,
more
bro.
support as well.
Our guys
Because if you
are
take a look at
on
Kong,
the way
he
towards
has been playing
victory
fantastic this
right
game.
now.
Now, Tofu, very scary position to be in. They're trying to gain ground across the gorge, but it looks like S8UL already knows what's going on.
Oh, wait, 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 wait.
What
the hell?
Finding the solo kill on towards the Team Flash Clash laner here once again. It's almost looking like the Kong show on the teacher.
Oh.
Exactly, and this is retail therapy because killing spree for the side of Kong. This is exactly what we talked about. If you give him the space, he will shine. And right now, T2 is
Bro,
on the
another
menu on the
tower
right-hand
taken on
side
the
of the
bottom.
map. Now, it's looking like a potential trade for Rin, but Miriam,
No,
does
he will
not
defend.
want to allow that.
He's a tanky boy here. Has the pure sky. Has
Yeah, he won't die. He won't die. I don't know why they are. Why are you all? Bro, this FL team, what are they doing, bro? Why are they ulting Byron? Nothing will happen. See, here they are dying.
Umbrado Alpers beautifully disengaging the 4 members coming in from S8UL Esports here. Hayduck.
No ult for Lorient. He decided to use it on
They back
freaking
off.
Byron,
They will go
who
to
had a
safety here. There
shield.
won't be any much of it aggression coming in for either of these teams.
What did he eat for breakfast today? I mean, S8UL completely different today. They have taken a T2. They were pulling Team Flash into unnecessary
The opponents are
engagement. It's
from
not
the
even a
country
fight. They
which
did not look for the kills. It's
invented
really
the
just a
can
distraction play.
cell animation.
It is. Oh, that's an
CANSCL. Can
skin coming
cell
in from
animation
Side
for
Extreme.
That's one
Florentino.
of my favorite skins, by the way, and one of my favorite heroes from AOV. Now, it was a library build. That's why I got the library build. But right now, Team Flash, they're going to get the second objective. You know, no objectives, hang on.
Tofu has no flash. Kong once again goes towards the back line.
Why?
Almost
Almost.
taken down.
Someone do
1 for 1,
something.
but that flash was a bit sus coming in from the side of Rin in towards the back line here. Julius forcing out the flash coming in from Miriam here. At the very least, I take it, sacrificing a mid.
Bro, that's a shutdown gold for Chano, bro. We don't want that.
Coming in from Flash.
Shutdown gold for
He is, and
Chano.
you know what? Taking the life with a comeback. A rampage on the side of Kong as well. This is exactly what Team Flash needs to do now. Cut your losses, gain back your advantage, stealing away all of the different camps on the blue side from the side of S8UL. It's a small prize, right? But you take whatever you can get at this point because we're nearing the crux of the match, the 10-minute mark.
The 10-minute mark is always a special place where it's either you make it or you break it. That full blown out team fight between 2 teams on the Shadow Tyrant that gives you more damage, more wave clear, more movement speed. That is exactly how things will shape around this because yes, 7-4, but goalie is still dead even for those teams.
Yep, exactly. I think there's nothing really separating the two teams at this point financially. And in terms of team fight, I'm feeling like S8UL.
Julius 1v1 against Kong.
Bro, again wow, Lorian.
Just takes him down before the Shadow Tyrant spawn.
As an AOV team, he's doing Lorian justice.
Today, Julius is still making the same mistakes he did yesterday. And S8UL,
0-3-0 by the way.
They are inviting Julius to fight.
The lucky part, at the very least, the death timer coming in force out Julius. He can still make it back for the 10-minute Shadow objectives here. So that's not the worst, but 0-3 on an Ogre full damage, you're not feeling too good about that.
Well, not just the KDA difference, there is a 1,000 goalie going in the side of Kong.
Rin using the soaring signals here, finding
the
top side here.
That's a lot of damage. Wow, Chano OP.
Objective here.
Yeah, he got that shutdown gold, no?
Hovering towards
See how powerful he
I'm
is.
just curious. Does Team Flash want to fight here, or do they want to try and sneak?
Hey, Miriam find a bit of a poke, but still very safe here. In towards the mid lane here. KLTZ
okay, go.
Fastness here.
Oh,
so
the
entirely
Shang
goes over
there.
to the side of Team Flash for the first objective. Kong has no ultimate.
Oh, no.
KLTZ has no health and no ultimate as well. I think this is a good rotation here, but yo,
okay, again he's
getting isolated once again.
Nice ultimate though. Still Chicha OP. Chicha
so critically low. Gets taken down by the flowing sight in towards the back line. You get the Shadow Overlord. I'll take your teammates here with a 2-0 trade plus the Shadow Tyrant.
And we don't even know the repercussions of that.
Now their
decision
movement
just
speed
yet,
damage will
yes,
increase.
They lost a couple of members, Huduk as well as Ye, in that skirmish right in the mid lane. But right now, S8UL has also secured the Shadow Tyrant. So they have
and now they are getting objectives, guys, don't worry.
A little bit better. Team Flash, they get map advantage. But right now, they can't even withstand the attacking prowess on the side of S8UL.
I think it was okay when they forced out the ultimate coming in from Kong and some of the HP bars, and Ye also got a good catch on towards KLTZ. But when it came down to the team fight later on, that they actually lost after taking the Shadow Overlord, that was not looking too good for the side of Team Flash.
Yep, I mean, we wanted to take a look at how this fight would turn out.
Yeah, all this because he didn't bring the attack titan.
To make sure that Kong
he decided to bring some
fight.
stupid
but Kong
skin.
already has lifesteal, it doesn't matter. And once a snipe comes in,
bro,
Rin gets taken down
bro,
once
he's
again by
perfectly using those second abilities.
It's the Kong show. He finds both of the carries coming in from Team Flash, and it's
he went outside the tower and then came back in again. Did you guys see that?
From the S8UL jungler here, he is looking
bro,
with an 81% DPS in that team fight.
Byron ain't dying today, bro.
And yeah, at this point, yeah, he's left alone. Huduk is gonna come out, but I don't
bro,
think
this
it's
is
enough.
time wasting. This is time wasting. Don't waste.
Here, but they are all running away.
I know kills are very nice.
Raising sea tags.
I also will waste time only here, but this is EWC, guys. Do something useful. See, what was the point of attacking that party, bro?
Done. He was not playing like that yesterday.
The party wasted so much time.
And, you know,
we only got one tower from all that.
A different
from all that one tower.
This is not what they wanted, but this is what they're getting. It's a 3,000 goalie going to the side of S8UL. You know, when you're put in the corner, survival instincts kick in. And S8UL, they have the better ones.
And that 3,000 goalie you talked about, most of it is going into the pockets of Kong. But there is still a winning chance for Team Flash coming in from AOG, but look at that damage here, kid, on towards Kong.
6 figures. I mean, we want that bank account for a start, right? This guy has it in the damage department already, and the map is not looking any better as well. Team Flash gonna proceed to lose another tier 2, this time on the top side of the map. So now your sides are completely dark, and S8UL, they see the advantage here.
They are smelling blood in this game, number one. They want to take down Team Flash and find the first official win for Kings Arise India in the tournament stage. A knockout coming in. Kong gets tagged by the multiple levels of CC here. Pops but gets executed by Julius Sears Stake here. That was a beautiful engage coming in from Team Flash, and it's not over yet. Stampede coming in from Tofu following the frigid charge, but there will be no more follow-up here. The next objective will be the Shadow Overlord coming in for 20 seconds.
Okay, exactly what they needed to do, right? So get rid of Kong. That is the answer here, right? As long as Kong is taken out, Team Flash has a chance to turn this whole game on his head and take away whatever benefits that S8UL has acquired for themselves in the first 14 minutes of the game. If we take a look at the goal difference, this is not supposed to happen. 13,000 in the bank for the side of Kong, but once again, they will give it a try.
Brothers, where is Chicha? Chicha is not here yet.
Positional advantage for the side of Team Flash. Kong freshly out of base for the Shadow Overlord take.
Doofy too low.
Forces is flowing side, but Yul is going dangerously low. Kaida plays the first kill on towards Extreme. Kill no flash, no ultimate. Gets taken down. Beautiful knock to stop.
Chicha got hit by the ult, but bro, it's over. We won, right? Oh no, the Zhang Fei.
Executed for his mistakes. Kong has no ultimate, but Chicha has no ultimate.
I don't think he needed to flash there.
Okay, this is all about deterrence. They don't have to fight, but they have to stop
yeah,
them
it's
from
semi-tank Agran and Lorian.
They
can't kill
position than they
Byron.
were just now. And right now, Kong, the cooldown is here. Blood Rage is available. He can go for it, but he needs to get the stacks of his passive available first. And it feels like, okay, Miriam, he has seen this aggression. They need to start, and it looks like they want Julius.
Grandmaster
oh, nice!
On towards Kong.
Bro, Lorian is coming in clutch.
By the Lorian ultimate, unable to even pop the Blood Rage, and he gets executed.
Bro, Lorian!
He has no flash.
Stop it, brother.
Goes over the wall, half of passing, sends him into the passing realm. That's 2 down for the side of S8UL. Objectives galore. Open up for Team Flash.
The recovery is in a flash. Look at the goal difference right now. There is nothing that stands in between the two teams. And this chase now, they were looking for a completely different person. They wanted to go for Hildak here. But if you take a look, the way that they split the fight, Team Flash, so smart. They burned out every single option available for the Lung. Kilteezy had nothing to offer. Kong still had cooldown timers on his Blood Rage. They couldn't afford the risk. And for the entire game, for whatever prowess that Doofy had, it seems to be missing at this point of the game. This is a critical time. You can't do
this
that.
one is unacceptable, brothers.
Right? We talk about how Kong needs to be the consistent stepping stone for S8UL, and now he's suffering with mistakes after mistakes in crucial moments here, and this has been punishing for the side of S8UL. Now, with the double objective secured by Team Flash, the script is entirely turned
Double
over
objective,
for an AOG win.
So S8UL with the advantage.
We can't even pick Chicha next match. Only one match you can pick.
I feel like they are a little bit more clinical, and we might see surgery being
Bro, Lorian is carrying, bro.
Waves are coming in.
Lorian was the bad player at the start, and now he is the main.
Three-man knockup on towards Hildak here, and into the unbridled outburst. But the mission has been accomplished here. Mid tower taken down. But those are two critical ultimates used
Lorian
from
too
Team
good.
Flash.
He connected
right
onto
in the heart of
three,
the
bro.
base. Right now, it's looking a bit bad.
Charges in.
Okay, they are all fighting inside Lady Gen ultimate. Chicha chasing in the back. Chicha chasing in the back. Chicha chasing Chano. Chicha dead. Chicha resurrect.
But the base gets taken down by with that backdoor, with the help of that Shadow Overlord to take game 1.
What a comeback from this side of Team Flash. Exactly what we asked for. Like we said, we don't give you what you want, we give you what you need, and we needed that excitement.
And excitement is entirely trilling in my body right now. How many backdoor wins did we had in the last 2 days? This is the third one so far.
Yeah, I mean, this is a difficult one to really take in your stride for the side of S8UL. Because if you take a look at the start of the game, they were doing so well. They managed to fight back, find that advantage in the laning phase,
guys,
put Flash on their butt
okay.
at least 10 minutes.
What
of
I
the
will
game,
say is,
all of a sudden, when it
next
mattered the
match,
most, they lost steam.
Don't say like that.
It's
okay.
Really
next match, since we
crushing
have
if
more
you are
kills
on
than
side
them
S8UL
last
esports
match,
here.
you know,
Kong, Doofy
there
had
is
an
a very high
amazing
chance
game
we will
over
win.
the
Okay,
game,
next match,
setting
but
up
we
base,
won't have
setting
Chicha.
up
That
the
is a
goalie
problem.
for the
But
side of Team Flash.
But you know, it's not
pressure
one-sided like
becomes the
yesterday,
problem
right?
for the side
So next
of
match
Kong
we
in
will
this
win.
case.
Okay.
No, the problem in here is that you don't know how
Yesterday
to
India
finish the
lost.
Yeah,
It was
that
a
is the issue.
destruction.
Like, the problem in here, let's
Like
just be very
the match
direct on
ended
what
before
needs
you
to
can
be
even give
improved.
surrender.
We need to
They
be
lost
able
in
to be
6 minutes, bro.
decisive in the right
Okay, but
moments.
today
It comes
we
to
got
minute
more kills.
13.
We were kinda
They're
in the
almost
dominating
5,000
position for
gold
some time.
advantage.
So there is a
Rather than
chance
we have
next
Chicha
match will
that
be
has already 9
better.
kills in that moment. A huge opportunity just for the slam dunk, and then they just miss it. You cannot just build the advantage and not be able
Only
to
one death for
capitalize
Lady
on that.
Gen.
I think they made a mistake
3
of
for
trying to
Lung
go
though.
for the exact same target.
See, we got
Which
16, they
sounds
got
a bit
11.
Ironic, right?
Okay.
Hildak was the cause of their downfall, not because he made those big amazing plays, but because he was always visible in the team.
I
fights.
don't know
And it
what
felt like
Byron's
S8UL
purpose is,
were
guys.
baited
Like at
into
the start, he
wrong
came and got the
position where
first blood
they
and all
just
nice, but
threw away all of the hard work
What
they
is
did
Byron doing in the team,
until,
man? Like,
what,
I'm not talking about the
16
player,
minutes
I'm
of the
talking
game,
about the hero. Like, what's
everything
the
down
point
the
of that
drain.
hero, bro?
It's
Someone
like
just...
vision, right?
Yeah.
Where we
Why
keep
do I
seeing,
never
like,
understand
the
Byron?
signs
Like,
of
somehow you guys are
finding
always
such good plays into
saying
the
so
back
many
line,
good
but
things about
the
him.
problem is, if you keep deep diving here, and then you don't
28%
find the
damage
actual pickup
delta,
and
Byron.
convince your
That's the point,
opponent,
I
which is
guess.
the
But that
forge
is,
coming
like,
in
look
from
at
the
this.
Chicha.
12% mage, 12% marksman means Byron will deal 28% only. Mage marksman dealt 12% damage, guys.
Also, most importantly,
So their marksman also dealt 12%.
I feel like there's one more issue we need to talk about. I feel like Extreme
What?
needed to be the sacrificial lamb. There's no
Zack
need
Fade
to
did
protect
20.
this
Okay.
Legion.
No.
Let
That
her
is
give
wrong. That is
her
wrong.
life
I
for
think
the
that's
cause,
damage
right? I feel
taken.
like Miriam
How
should
did
have
Zack
been
Fade
in
do
the
30%
other
damage,
segments of
bro?
the fight.
No,
You
no
needed
way.
the
That
CC
is
to
damage.
stop this party from getting a lifesteal. You needed a CC to get
Bro, this fight was
Hyuga
the
away
worst
from
fight
getting
ever.
those
Like,
big
what is the
ultimates
point of
that
this
really
fight,
costed
bro? Like, this
S8UL
fight
the
didn't do
fights.
anything.
And at the
Do you
same
guys
time,
know that? After
Doofy,
this,
he was doing
they are
so
just
well.
chasing
So
Fatih
proud
for
of this
2
boy.
minutes.
For
Look
a
at
majority
this.
of the game, he had so many big
Yeah, here,
This was
Chicha
the
just...
biggest outplay of this entire series here. Hayden
That was the
hiding
main
ball
match.
at the
That
backside
was
here,
the main fight that
sending in
turned
with the
everything.
countdown of the ultimate and then tagging along with Tofu's ultimate. That
Here,
was just
another kill by
beautiful,
Lorian
and
on
then towards these
Ladies
team
and
fights
like...
here, once Chicha
Bro,
uses the
Lorian
ultimate
played
in
too good,
these
bro.
CC levels,
Not gonna lie.
you're useless. Look at this. 0 damage that's sufficient to actually take down tanks.
Yeah, it is. And
Yeah,
to me,
bro.
it's just a
They,
difference of
like...
target trials.
Yeah,
right?
like...
Team Flash, the experience from the many years of AOV is showing in this game number 1. Now, when we go into game number 2, the biggest question we have to ask ourselves on the side of S8UL is, okay, you tripped, you fell, how fast can you recover? Can you stand back up now?
What did
Alright,
Loong do?
so let's just imagine this. Let's just imagine the beginning of the game, how
Marksmans
everything
of
was working
marksmans.
really well.
You are all
for
marksmans.
S8UL.
I love
Chicha
having
comes in.
marksman players
I've
in my team,
got
bro.
here in the
Marksman
6th
players are
minute
simply
already
the best.
3-0-1.
Killing spree.
You know, because
Compared to
marksmen are the
jungler
most
in
important,
front of
no.
them, just 0-2
So,
in an Ogren.
it's always
You're
very
already on the
happy.
Ogren
It's
on
a
the
very
back hill.
fun thing
They need to
when
start thinking
you
about
have
like, how are
marksman
we
players.
going to
I don't know what I'm
filter
even saying.
these little advantages into over S8UL
They became overconfident.
Esports. Let's wait and
Maybe.
see what's gonna happen
Bro,
in game
that
number
kill
2.
and all
So
was
to a short
no
break,
point.
and as we come
Fighting
back, it's gonna be
behind
game 2 of
T2,
today's match.
between T2 and T3, high ground and T2 they are fighting. T1 tower is not taken yet. They are fighting between T2 and high ground. Honor of Kings / Arena of Valor. Arena of Valor is still alive. Out of these 3, isn't Mosi the best skin? Loong is for showcase. Loong nerfed, I think. I haven't played it, but so far it feels like Loong is nerfed only. Yeah, bro, every role is important. But marksman is like, in late game, the most important role. Because they are the highest damage. No, they are ADC. And they will always...
Play is in our DNA.
They'll always manage to get themselves killed.
Whenever we let it out, it becomes our superpower.
Superpower. Hey, who are all getting a house in Kidia City? Kidia City.
Kidia City.
Yeah,
Powered by Play.
who are all going to Kidia City, guys? Kidia City. Who misstalled? Who feed opponent? Who, bro? Sunny. Let's when this is happening, let's put this screen. Support for India. Second match we are going to win for sure. Okay, you guys just watch. First match itself we came, we could have won that match and played the second match peacefully, but now we have to play and watch stressfully. Okay, what to do? Guys, come on, hit the like button, guys. Hit that like button. Give me some likes so that when I present the stream to the moderators and stuff, they'll be like, oh, you got this many likes. Wow, you look like some OP streamer. Just for that. This ad is very nice, but the photo at the end, I don't know, guys. She feels kinda creepy. Not gonna lie, like not to be rude or anything, but I don't know. Bro, Loong was bullied in lane. Bro, Loong killed Chano in lane, bro. What do you mean Loong was bullied in lane? He killed Chano in 1v1.
Welcome back. This
Welcome
is
back,
the Honor of
guys.
Kings
Welcome
KWC
back.
2026 Day 2 of the play-ins. In our match 1, game 1,
Few words
Team
for
Flash
commentator
turned things
Sagi.
around and they
You
just
want
took
me to say
what
a few words for
S8UL
Sagi?
already had in the pocket and they just picked it and they just ran away with the victory.
At this
I'm
point,
really sorry to say
develop
this, but
habit
my
of
mom
seeing
just
India
sent me a
lose
message
here.
saying
Low
that
too
I'm
sad
just
to
being
see
very
this. They
harsh
only
on
know cricket,
S8UL,
nothing
so
else.
sorry, Mom, about that.
Bro, it's
But
not
we
like
gotta
that,
understand
bro.
something. We need to teach the people in here. Everyone at home is watching this just to come and learn.
Yeah,
As Sagi and
he died
Tim,
in trap.
just to help
I
us
thought he died to
understand
minions.
when you have an opportunity, when you have already
Bro,
an
they
advantage, how to
imagine how it
finish
will
the game.
feel.
Because
The
that
whole
seems to
world
be
is
the
watching.
right
You kill
thing
the
to
Chano
for
and
us
then
to
you
put
walk
that out
into
there
the
as a
trap
piece of
and die.
information.
And they are
Before-
putting it
before
on
we
replay.
start the actual lesson, I
Oh
want to
man,
disclaimer.
it's nice,
So I don't
but
see myself as a
funny.
cheater, I see
It's
myself as
kinda
a
embarrassing.
guy.
Not in
So
a
don't
bad
take
way,
my
but you know,
word
it's
for
like
it,
you
because I've been
became the
teaching
joke of that
funny
match.
stuff.
It's
But
like that.
You want to learn from teacher Sagi? Go ahead. This guy, facts. Go, 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 go.
Good
Okay,
you are
guys, I don't know if you can see my little
so
tablet over here,
positive, but we cannot ignore
okay,
our
we're on
negatives.
players
Yes,
first, but
whatever has to be
Tyrant,
said should
Overlord,
be said, guys.
minion waves,
So I
creep
appreciate your
waves,
honesty,
endgame
guys.
GG.
No
That's
one
it?
needs to
Just
perform,
doing
no
that,
one
you
needs
win the game.
to
All right. And then?
act, guys.
And
Whatever
then
you
we
feel, you
talk
can
about
tell.
team
India
fighting
will only win
right?
cricket.
If
You
you're
can
looking to
say
be aggressive,
it's your opinion.
tanks should be
You
in
can
front
say.
so that you're able to push the
Don't
defense
be
back a little bit. You don't have to
Don't be like,
engage
yeah,
in a
India
team fight.
will win,
What
will
you're
win,
looking
will
for
win.
is deterrence. You don't start the fight because we have a wall in front of us, right? And if you overcommit,
Bro, what is
our
he explaining
backline
like
is
that?
going to start
Like,
firing at you. This is
what
where the Loom comes
is
to play. This
possibly
is where Kong on
being
that
explained
comes to
like
play.
this?
You need the shield first to
What?
tank the damage, soak
Like,
the skill,
can we
and
try to
then
guess
if you make a
what that
mistake,
coach was
the
saying when
doors
he said, you
will
know,
be wide
like
open, your
something
turrets
like
are gonna
this?
be, you know,
What was
free
he
food
saying?
for us, and the crystal is going to be pillaged.
So if we shine a light on what Team Flash did correctly to
A
turn
reel,
things around in here.
Oh
What did
yeah,
they
their
do that
official
was
account will
able
post
to
no.
turn the tables?
Bro,
Like,
Florentino,
we
don't
talked
ban,
about
please.
objective gameplay,
Please.
right? Yes.
Please.
There's a lot of
Don't be
takedown
afraid of
manipulation
him,
on
okay?
the side of S8UL, especially on towards Kong. But the problem is, you're not doing it to convert into objective takes.
Yes, and one of the things that really matters the most is it's not just about the kills. KDA is important to a certain extent, but what you do after you get it, you get the numbers advantage. That is what matters more.
Yeah,
And
there
right off the bat, we're
Lorian
gonna
was too
see
good.
what is going to come into play in this BP. Same bans as game number 1. No Florentino, no Pay, no Haya, no Mai. And this time, S8UL, you know for a fact they want to get first pick. They will go on the blue side, and they're looking at the Flowborn Marksman.
I like it, right? Considering the fact that Flowborn Marksman, the only strong counter against this pick is the channel that has been used by Rin in the previous game. So that's going to be a proper pickup for S8UL if they want to play the mid to late game insurance that we talked about.
Okay, so if you were on the side, well, okay, too late for the question. I was too slow. It is going to be the Dolia and Loom
Flowborn
combination.
Marksman, Dolia,
Now,
Loom.
the big
Okay.
question is, now as we try to conclude the first half of the
One
picks,
second,
when we
guys.
go to the bans, as S8UL, do you ban the Yangjin?
Ooh, I think if they do ban the Yangjin, there's also things like the Luna to
Yangjin,
counter where
Is
the
he very
Yangjin
strong
Dolia,
now?
amazing double ultimate here, but that's the flaw of this specific combination. There's no crowd control.
Okay, that's a big one.
Lorian
And also,
Zhang Fei
let me just
on
throw
this
another
side now.
spanner in the works here. There is a potential you can play Yuan in the mid as well.
Oh, that's
he works
good.
great synergy with the Dolia.
Bro,
Now, for
Flowborn
those of
Marksman
you
is
that
the
are
best.
new to Dolia, Dolia has something
I have been
that
saying
we
it.
love to
You
call
guys
as
have
a
been saying he
refresh.
got
Yes,
nerfed,
sir.
nerfed,
And it
nerfed.
refreshes any skill you want. But a prior given to number 1, either the person you linked to or the longest
Jian has
cooldown
been
skill
taken.
available.
That's correct, right? Especially when you are pairing with a Yang Jian here, the Twilight, that you can just use a double ultimate to actually battle in these team fights here. So this is going to be a very interesting pickup here. If you are Coach Bear, you must ban a Luna as your last pick because you won't have enough crowd control coming from mid or your Clash lane to potentially lock down that Luna that Kong might be able to pilot.
Oh, there we go. Straight away, the Luna is banned away. That's one of the potential answers. And you know what? Nerza is also another big answer
I'm back,
available
guys.
for the side of S8UL. But I wonder if that's the correct choice because right now they need a little bit more CC. Zhangfei's ultimate, the Unbridled Albus, once
Voted,
every
bro. I know it.
when you're
Thanks
bars,
to this
right?
guide.
Which
Thank you,
is,
bro. Silver Soul.
pretty hard to get
I
if you're
love
not
all
really
the flow
engaging.
bonds.
But we did see last game.
I
the
first
exact
played
same
Tank
mid-roam
flow
setup
bond,
coming
then I
from
played
Vader
Mage
and
flow
also
bond, then I
Tofu.
played Marksman
There
flow
were
bond.
very
All of them were
beautiful
OP.
moments
Now
where
support
Disruptive
and
Ward comes
Assassin
in,
are coming.
sets up the big play on towards the side of Extreme, and then
Okay,
the
so we are going to see the
fatal one
founder
was
this time.
called.
Icy Morning, are you
Pinched
saying we are
by
going
the
to see the
ball,
founder
gets caught
this
out
time?
by the Unbridled Albus coming from Zhangfei, and then he's just
Garuda,
gone.
And one
Ne-
to add on to your point,
Neja.
one of the reasons why that pick was so successful. for
So
the
who's
Warriors
going
was
to be
because it was
the
allowed to poke.
Clash
Like, a
lane?
lot of the
Yang
heroes
Jian is
that were
jungle,
picked
right?
up
For
by the
sure.
side of S8UL are typically mid to close range
Correct.
heroes, which means you have to be.
It will be
in
very hard
range
to
get
kill
the punch,
Loom,
but you're
guys.
Also in range
Not
to get
Loom,
hit back.
Flowborn.
But this time, Team Flash, I like this, so smart. They don't even have to engage. Garuda from far, even with the auto attacks, it has a piercing effect, by the way. It goes through targets and hits the
Bro,
targets
guys, do you
behind.
know
And I
the
love the Garuda
do you know
pick,
the
right?
actual
Considering the fact
size
that
of
you can
Garuda?
actually
Oh, Guan Yu.
outrange the Lorian and also
But
the
okay,
Flowborn
only
marksman. So
Flowborn.
we do see the
Bro, do
final
you guys
pickup
know the
here
actual
coming in
size of
from
Garuda? He's
the
like the
side
size of
the
a
Clash
mountain,
and
bro.
Jungle
In
beat
that
the
one
Nerza and
cinematic
also
where
the
Devara is
Xiang Yu.
standing
We're gonna
and he's
see
looking up
how
and
Miriam
that
played
Garuda
Xiang Yu
wings
in
is
game
like
one.
this.
Wasn't the
Garuda is
greatest, so
standing
this is
behind
his redemption arc.
next
And
to a mountain.
finally,
He is the
for
size
red
of a
side,
mountain.
Guan
Have
Yu,
you guys seen
no
that?
CC in sight.
My biggest question now is, okay, even though there is not much CC on the side of Team Flash, for the side of S8UL, if they are under farm, you have no damage. Yes, you are very tanky. Yes, you are very survivable. Yes, you have anti-heal capabilities against the likes of Team Flash. But can you even fight?
And I'm really worried in another part where, look at S8UL, right? You have fantastic picks. Mid to
Yeah,
late
that
game,
giant
done, set, deal. The Guan Yu.
Indian
who's
team
gonna rock
comp.
you? You
Bro,
have
I
no crowd
feel like
control. Your only crowd
Flowborn is
control
just
is Zhangfei
going to
and
be
Xiang Yu spell
the
one.
backbone.
And if those spells don't
The-
land onto the Guan Yu,
The one who is
your
going to
backline in
stabilize.
the form of the Lorian, in the form of the Flowborn Marksman, they will not have fun at all.
One-time chance, right? That's it. I mean, if you really want to segregate the skills, use them one by one, you have two chances.
Oi,
But
this
in the two
stupid
chances,
skin.
you really
Why,
want to use
bro?
it up to here? I don't think so. You want to get rid of Rin.
This
You wanna
skin
get
is
rid
like
of
Free
Julius
Fire skin.
first.
Exactly the case, right? And we are hopping right in towards the gorge between game 2. S8UL currently 0-1 down. Extreme.
Yeah, get quite a couple of nice hits in, right? So S8UL, this laning phase, is this what's supposed
Oi,
to
someone
happen?
help
I
him.
think so, yeah. Because
Florian
considering the
will
fact that
take
we
so
had a
much
discussion,
time to
yes,
clear that.
Extreme on the Lorian, amazing damage, amazing crowd control, but vulnerable to ganks, vulnerable to flanks, and also longer range, and he doesn't really have wave clear.
So this is what we mean
He
by
didn't get
little
any
details
last hit
matter, right?
in those
That
minions.
first catch and push by Ye already damaged Extreme down to a significant
Looks like Meruam
lower
likes
piece of
his
health. And that
Zhuang
means
Yu
they
so
actually
much.
get to be a little bit
He
more
picked Zhuang Yu
aggressive with the
yesterday
help of
also.
Julius
Byron
and
also.
Hilda
He
coming
picked the
into
same
game.
two heroes,
that
bro, today
initial
also.
clear means they have the faster rotation, they have the quicker pressure.
And we can already see like Hilda in towards the top side here, just helping you get
Glacier
so much of these
M4
spawns
na,
in
the
hand,
gun
and
na,
then
in Call of
getting this
Duty.
Space Bright for a better rotation
Yeah.
later on.
Yeah, Primal Portal is so important, especially for both
Yeah,
teams,
Haya
right?
OP.
This
Hello, Maria. Welcome to
increases
the
your
stream.
rotational speed. You
Vinny.
get free EXP, free gold as well, and you also have the chance to let your
Guys,
team know.
I'm telling
hey,
you again,
we
for
have the
people who
Clash
are
Lane
new,
on
last match,
lockdown. He's gonna
India
take
team
some
got
time to clear the
16
wave.
kills.
Let's see what
Opponent
kind of
got
play
9. We
want
lost the
in
match,
that
but
time.
that was a
And
throw.
especially every time that
So
minion
this
wave
match
are
we will win,
available in,
okay?
like, a mid
This is the
segment or
second
side
match.
segments of the game, you start to see 3v3s, rotations, and these rotations will show vision on the map, which is information for your side laners on both sides.
It is. And information is the name of the game.
Hello,
Regardless
AC
of what
guys. Welcome to
genre
the
they
stream,
play,
bro. I saw your
knowing
comment
more than
today.
your opponents is always
Wasn't
going
able
be
to respond to
prior.
it
It's going to
quickly.
be
I started the
beneficial to
stream
you as well. It looks like
in my
KLTZ
shorts.
will see Tofu coming in.
Oi!
Not going to be a good start. Quite a bit of damage by KLTZ. It's a 4-on-1. He does not have an escape. He's not 4.
That's just 4 different angles here, and a poor KLTZ here. He didn't even find an angle to use his double spell to in towards a flash. Poor boy. That's just a sad way to die.
Yeah, but the most painful part is not just about giving away the first blood, right? In most cases, you might be looking for a return. If you're on the side of S8UL,
I'm
you're
gonna
kind of
bet my
figuring,
right ball on
look,
FL,
someone's
right
getting
ball.
ganked. Can we find
Like,
a response?
The
Can we gank
funniest
someone
part
else?
about saying
But
that is
there
since
was
he's
a
saying
ways of
ball.
danger in that point.
Usually we
The
say
rotations
in
have
plural,
started
no.
becoming quick
But
for
since
Team
he's
Flash.
talking
There's a
about
no
only
mercy,
one,
right?
he's
We
saying
talked about
ball,
we
no.
talked
So
about, yeah, you have no crowd control. So how do you
It-
break
it
the
feels
charge
so
block? Because
funny
that's the Guan
saying
Yu's main
ball.
mobility spell on his passive. Can't break it. He's just like ankle breaking you with his bike.
Yep, and Soaring Green Dragon, second skill.
Lord
that is
Vishnu's
a free
pet.
cleanse as well. So
Vishnu.
it's if it was difficult before,
Vishnu is
this
the
might seem a little
protector,
impossible
right?
at times.
Creator
And the
is
goalie,
Brahma,
man,
wa?
can look at this. Only one.
I know
kill for
Siva
his
is
team fight. He's already
the
pulling
destroyer.
1,000. Yes. You need a lot of goal coming in from S8UL, but if you're in a defensive position here,
Bro,
you look
1000
towards
goal
the
lead,
picks,
bros.
Very mid to late game.
10% more gold, by the way. 10% more gold for one side already.
You will see moments like this.
Yeah, I mean, they're starting the refresh comes
Oi.
in for Julius. On the back line, though, they want to go on to shoot Dirk, but it looks like
Bro,
he's
no
perfectly
attack
fine. Now,
What
Julius,
is wrong
though,
with these
might
guys?
not be in the same situation, but this is curious. Doofy's a bit low. I don't think they want to over-aggress for just a roam life here.
But for this Team Flash, it's a very good trade, right? Doofy, no Bridal Outburst, extremely long cooldown on that Lorien ultimate. I think early game is about like, what, 40 to 50 seconds if you do hit it. So critical cooldowns unavailable, and you see the initial rotation coming in from Ye without clearing the way. So that could be a potential breakpoint for S8UL to capitalize on that top turret.
It is, but it's all about the timing here. Team Flash says, you know what? We'll give you the free damage. You won't be able to take the turret just yet. We want the Tyrant first, and we can punish you even more. But S8UL, I like the response. Immediate trade with the Overlord as well.
Very smart, right? You
Red
can see
and
the map
tower,
has
right?
been segregated into two
Right?
different sides. Red side, Team Flash on towards the bottom side. And you see blue side, S8UL covering the top side here. This is what we call half-man movement coming in from both teams. Yo, from the back line.
Yeah, I mean, this is looking good. They want
Oi!
to get him there, and it is
Flicker!
extreme. He tried
Go on,
his
you
best.
flicker! Go on,
But
you
he'll take it
flicker!
down. Hyudak here with
Wow!
a big kill for the team. Team Flash, 2 kills. Clean slate so far.
And this is going to be a very big issue for Team Flash. No crowd control, no wave clear. Rin gets tagged on.
Yep, that's a huge jump. I don't think they will be able to get him. He does have the infinite vastness. Takes his first
Infinite
flight
vastness.
as a dragon. Tofu also has the refresh available if needed.
And you can start to see that, yes, you commit
Baguette.
people in
When they
towards the
come back,
bottom
they should
side.
bring
There's still
Baguette.
the wave, but
Yeah.
take a look at the top side here. Minion
Hopefully.
with 200 gold. Sacrifice into the turret here with no one picking it up. And you can start to see rotations coming in from the side of S8UL towards this bottom side that's being matched by Team Flash to remove any potential
Go on, you
off
no
turret
ult,
pick.
no ult.
They don't even get it. The calls are being called.
Oi,
They
oi,
want to
oi,
go for
oi.
the fight instead.
Oi,
Frozen
nice.
for the side.
Oh, he
Flash
flashes
from Hyudak
out.
as well.
Very easy.
Everything
Everyone used
extended.
everything,
No
he
lives
flashed
taken.
out.
But the
That's
biggest
all.
deficit, they haven't taken the T1.
It's good engage, but like we said, your composition is mid to late game here, even if you find a perfect one.
Yeah, Miriam getting pushed back. Does he have his ultimate? No, he does not. Has to use a flash. They've already done the damage. No more common spell. Oh, that's a big bait. Extreme though.
Nice
That's a
one,
nice
though.
knockup. Here we
Oh,
go.
Dada.
What
Bro,
is
nobody
going
is
to happen?
following
They're
them
going to
because
try
they're
to
all
keep the life
already
Yara,
out
but
of
in
spells.
exchange, they take Kong down as well. Your jungler,
Lorian
the
dead.
tanks, they go
One
on.
you dead.
Miriam is too low
Crucial
to do
crowd
anything
control.
at this
Nice.
point.
Well played
And
by
Team
Lorian,
Flash,
bro. I
they
thought
just went
Lorian
over
completely
and
missed
over
his
again.
abilities.
Better trades.
That's the problem. Kong went in towards the back line, and if no one tags the healing reduction,
Oh my goodness! It's Tofu! Dolia gets a kill as well! And with that, the T1 takes a fall. Team Flash, they've
What
got
was
it
that
a
death
lot
mirror one?
stronger here.
They are on fire right now, Kid Tofu. Getting the Celestial Melody on towards Julius here. We were talking about like how Isaac mentioned here. Julius didn't have the best of the best games, but right now he's 2-0-2, highest goal,
10
highest
out
net
of
worth
10
in the
Guan
game,
Yu.
and he is having an amazing game on this
Flash.
on this Yang Jian
I
pick
want
here.
to try
Start the
Flash.
fight. We see the nerds are charging on towards Yub, but yes, no healing reduction tag on towards the Yang Jian here, having free damage galore on towards the side.
Okay,
here.
this
And
is
then you see
unacceptable.
the wings of
What
Dragon
is he
only
doing,
have
bros?
Miriam and then
What?
executed by
What
the
was
Hound
that?
with a
Why
bit of
he is
damage
going-
coming in from Tofu for that clean white
This was
enemy
like
tower.
that,
that-
you
that
know,
is not
one
a
of my
kill
live streams a while
It's a
back,
kill secure.
there was one guy who was
Yeah.
playing
Roam as a Dolia. I secure
marksman
the
or
kills
something
for
or
my team.
mage.
A
He
lot
went
of the
outside
times,
the
it's
high
all
ground
about
tower
teamwork
behind
here.
the back,
I'm
no?
not
Do you guys
joking.
remember?
But I'm
And
still
I was
against the idea
was
of
going
going
back
for the
on live and I was
execute
showing it to you guys.
Yo, I want
I
safety, want
and him were the
guarantee
only
here.
ones
That's
to
what I'm
defend the high
doing.
ground
So,
tower and that
Dolia
guy went
execute,
like that.
Dolia's fine. Okay, I'm joking, don't do that. But you know, if
No
you want to have
ultimate on
fun.
Rin.
And right now, fun it is. It is going to be jumping around for the side of Kong. He's
Why,
trying to
Luke
get
is not
rid
even
of
ult-
Flash. does have it.
Oh,
But
he
what
doesn't
about
have
the
ult.
lives of the other members?
Guanyu!
What a catch from the side of here. One more
This
attempt
clown,
of defense coming
clown
in.
skin
They're gonna force out
Zhang
the
Fei
vital
instead
alphas.
of the
Goofy
attack
still
titan.
does have the
How they
redemption.
will win?
But for all the exchanges they've had, Team Flash walks away as the winner still.
Crazy play from both the junglers, right? You can see Kong 1v3ing the backline, and Julius just holding 4-man down by his own self.
Bro, so far
the junglers
your
play a very big
betting
part,
has
like we mentioned
been
just now in the pre-game
fine.
discussion.
Like you haven't lost
Two
anything.
matchups. Kong
Beep boop.
currently on that Nutsa, and Julius currently on that Yang Jian. But the
So you still
jungle
have to
is just free flow.
your
with
right
Dave,
ball
versus Team Flash,
and left
especially
ball.
S8UL. There's just no answers.
It's a very
It's,
difficult
instead of
position,
saying in
right? Because
plural,
on side of
saying them
S8UL,
individually
the moment
is
you break
very
the
much
doubles,
fun.
There's no more refresh, right? You want to make the trouble a little bit more difficult for the side of Team Flash.
They are
but
trying
you
to bait
don't have
his
the
ult,
cooldowns to do it.
and he's
You
not
want to
falling for
play,
it nice.
You know, with the cooldown timers on the side of Team
No!
Flash. But because
You
the
lost a house,
training,
bro.
It's not looking too good. And with the damage coming in, look at this. Julius, he jumps in again. Doofy, he is gone. Killing spree for the side of Julius. And this means Team Flash, another
Don't
turn
die
in the
for
bag.
no
T2
reason,
in the
brothers.
mid gone. And maybe Kong
Huh?
might be called out
He
once
ulted?
again. He's looking for it. You can try to fly. You
Oh.
can take to the skies. But we will have your
Oh, wait.
life.
Can he
All
not
on
go to
one.
tower?
Right now,
Oh!
Kong jumps away.
Bro,
And
that
even
was-
though he makes it out with
That
his
is a
life,
play,
the
guys.
pain is still
How
there.
he escaped.
A
By the way,
tyrant
can you
in the
not
hands
go
of
to
Team
towers
Flash.
anymore?
Is a very,
You know, use ult on
very
tower,
slow
or own
chop
tower
up
and
towards
run away.
S8UL, unable
Something like
to
that.
get any single objectives here. Mid-tier 2 already
Crazy Fist,
down,
last
and the
match
next
was very
upcoming
good,
fight
bro.
will be really, really crucial
OG
here.
and they lost to
Shadow
NS,
Tyrant or
bro,
Shadow
your ball
Overlord.
is gone
If
now.
S8UL can stall the game, manage to trade off the specific objective, then maybe they can stall until kill TZ and Extreme's item power spike later on.
It's going to be a bit difficult, right? Because if you take a look at Julius, did he have a lot of damage just now? Not really, but right
Yeah.
at this point of the game,
Bro, don't
he
worry.
just
Last
got
match,
his
this is
dragon
how the
away.
score
That's
was.
gonna amplify
Suddenly,
the damage
Riffle
you
started
do
winning. No, but
towards
this match
your
it won't be like
opponents based on your
that.
health pool.
This, I don't know.
And
This match it will be like that.
Julius already has close to, I think,
We are. It will
almost
look like we are losing,
10,000
but
hit
we'll
points at
start
this point,
winning.
and here comes Yud.
Oi,
They wanna
Lung.
get
Hey,
Extreme.
Guanyu.
Maybe just push them away at this
Did
point,
he use
because
sprint?
20 seconds
Oh, no,
more,
he has
we
flash,
have the
no?
enhanced
Okay.
version, the shadow variant of our neutral objectives.
I think he's able to use,
goes in, gets CC locked. What are you doing, Julius?
Nice.
It's 10 minutes. That's
Nice.
a big
See?
throw coming in from
That's
Team
a
Flash
shutdown.
jungle.
Shutdown gold for
Greed
marksman.
is
Flowborn
real for this
marksman.
one, and the
See,
punishment
hey, I
comes
told no. This
through.
match we are going to come back.
S8UL, maybe this is the chance to find something across the gorge. Shadow Tyrant, maybe? I don't know. 16 seconds is not a lot of time for them to work with. S8UL, the members are already
Zhang
flying
Fei
over.
still has
But with
his
the
ult.
Wings of Judgment, they're poking them down. Miriam tries to push them away, but there's too much damage. As we look at that fight, it's going to be split. Doofy falling low, catches two with the Unbridled Albus. They go in! What a knock up there! Can they get the finishing blow? Tofu is the first one to fall, but it's just a dole, just a support.
What is
They
this
need
brother
more
doing?
From the side of Flash.
Guanyu.
S8UL, this might be a huge risk. They've already burnt
Oi, he
most
got
of
caught.
their ultimates here.
Hey, he's
Damage
pushing.
is done, and the
Hey,
health
hey,
bar
show
is
that,
blinking
show
low.
that,
Julius
show
goes
that,
in.
please.
Kong, he's so low. They got Extreme as well. This
Okay,
is a
Meruem
disaster
escaped.
for the
Meruem
side of
escaped.
S8UL. Team Flash, they have made it
Oh, I
back in
didn't
time.
even see
They want
Lorian
to
died.
take the Tyrant at this point. This is a Shadow Tyrant. But Rin, Julius, and Huda, they're all low as well. Maybe they can steal this away. Kong does have the smite. They're pushing them away. Hang on, reset. This is a different fight right now. The freeze comes through, and here comes the pain. Yuduk with the Wings of
Guanyu.
Judgment. He wants to push Kaltizi away.
This
Successfully
Yang
doing
Zhuang Yu
so,
won't
and
die.
it is Yud
I know that.
all alone,
Guanyu is. I don't know why
1v4.
Guanyu is trying. Yeah, he's dead.
Skyfall comes in, tags on towards Yo.
He's dead, he's dead.
Slowly burn down. That's gonna be a kill.
Oh,
Over here,
it's
and
a-
Kong is still
Oh,
indestructible.
it's actually
in towards the
okay. Next
backline
match
here,
that
kid.
Kong guy,
and
that
here
imported.
comes the cavalry.
He's playing
Julius
very
is
well,
arriving
guys.
From the side as well, unable to find a target. Kong actually uses the universal ring. To
Yeah, he
find
gave
his
vision.
targets.
He gave
They
vision
know
for
the
everyone.
position
That's
of
very
Team Flash
nice.
Right now, it is a 4v5, but Kong is so low. It might as well be a 4v4 at this point of time. The reset comes in. Oh, hang on, this might be a
Oi,
mistake.
oi, oi, oi.
They've gotten it, and Julius, he needs to win this smite 50-50, but he's getting pushed
Oh!
back. Hang on.
Flowborn,
Oh,
Flowborn! Yes!
Oh, Kaltizi, he gets the first life. Tofu falls once again. S8UL, they found an opening. If Julius falls here, that's going to be disaster for Flash.
Oh, they
But
took the
won't
Shadow
be able
Tyrant
to do
though.
So, then S8UL, they're going to be happy with the prize. The T1 in the mid for now.
Minimal take, at the very least, Team Flash secures that Shadow Tyrant here, but That fight went on for almost 3 minutes in that Tyrant Pit. Just
Wait, please don't die, please don't die.
So this is fine, but Extreme is falling a lot, really low at this point. Year wants to get some value at this point from their charge, but unable to find any. Flash, they have 50 seconds of this Primal Bond, but also means 50 seconds of the Tyrant buff. What can they do?
They can do aggressive plays. Remove that final tier 3 in towards the top side. Play jungle control. You can see Team Flash won over the votes coming in from our pit over in towards the top side here. Julius tagging in for that 1v1. Getting that wave in control. 30 seconds right now. We will see one more final push before we have another Shadow Overlord hustle between the two teams.
The fans are really dictating the pacing of this game, right? All the Team Flash fans have voted. This pit is owned by Team Flash, and right now the game is also owned by Team Flash. All they have to do is just slowly poke them out. Duck opens up the Wings of Judgment. They want to get the poke damage in. This is actually before the real fight begins, but Julius says, no, I want it to end now. They want to force out the big important skills from the side of S8UL. If you're not going to oblige,
don't use it.
T2 taken down.
That Yangjian skin is very nice.
Left. S8UL maybe on their last legs.
Patiently play coming in forward side of Team Flash, pushing the final tier 2. Going for the Shadow Overlord here. Take a look at the position coming in from Year here. It's a very deep flanking angle, but has been popped up by the Ring of Fire to find the specific
I think they know where Neja is because he used his ult.
They're coming for Kong.
Bro, that's the craziest thing. You know, when he uses his ult, it goes like this, no?
Everyone on him.
It goes
run,
like...
You can hide, but Kong, you will not survive.
Look, you ult, bro, at least. Even with all that. Bro, do you know if you use the ult from your location, it will go like this. They are like, why is this coming from our side? And they all went there and killed him.
This means you can find a potential flank when all 3 minions
why is this thing coming from our side?
In towards
Like
the
that.
high ground here. You need to defend S8UL Esports. This is 15 seconds on the line.
Okay, this is going to be a slow push. They want to push them away from the T3s. It's all about pushing away. It's not about the fight. Rin managed to get the T3 in the mid.
Nice, but no damage at all. Like literally no damage
if they lose lives here,
for their mage and all.
The T3s. One done, second done, third one all the way
Neja
at
is
the
back.
bottom. S8UL, they
No ult for Lorian though. Why? He immediately engages. Bro, Neja is very powerful, guys. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, Neja is very powerful. Like he just charges in. No, you know, like yeah, come at me, bro, like that.
But it reminds me what Nora
Wait,
mentioned
Sero is not
yesterday
streaming,
on the broadcast where the
What?
Yangjian scales
Wait, let me
up
message
in towards
him.
the late game, just similar to Algrim, where early to mid game, you're like a battle lord, a warlord looking for blood, hungry in damage. But in the late game, you start to be less tanky and less efficient in these team fights. As you can see, Kill Teasy, item power spikes, easy enough, double ultimate, chunking down that Yangjian here. And without the Yangjian here, this Shadow Tyrant should be going in freely in towards the hands of S8UL.
I mean, it should
Bro,
be the
see
case.
these
That
marksmen
should be
doing
the case
61,000,
for the side of
57,000.
S8UL.
Wait. He used flash. Oh, but Guan Yu is trying to push them back. Guan Yu. Is pushing.
Somehow Ye has found an angle.
Ult. Oh, Guan Yu played very well. He played very well, guys. Guan Yu insane gameplay there. He waited and pushed perfectly. I wonder what build he's using.
Every single
I hope they show it.
find in the numbers advantage, they will always go for the fight. But unfortunately, without consistent DPS coming in from KLTZ, you just can't finish up the backline.
This is why it's not just about the goalie. This is not
Guys,
just
Sero
about
is like,
getting the buff.
I'm telling Sero, bro, you have to stream, and he's like, oh shit. He first said what stream, okay, and then he's like, oh shit, and now he's opening up.
Happens in a matter of seconds.
Guys, 5 more people and we'll hit 50 watching. Come on, guys, hit that like button. Oh god, damage coming online.
Look at that damage coming in from KLTZ.
It's pain, but it's the
Fire off
TPs
arrows.
they're looking for. The life hit points, they will come back. They can be healed. And here we go. They
All
might
the
wanna
towers
jump
gone
in
though.
At this point, from the backlines.
Oi, Naza coming from the back.
If they can get the kills here, it would be a big advantage. But
Oi,
Doofy
Naza
unable to help out. Kong is left alone on the backlines. It's a
They
trade.
got Guan Yu,
Jungler
they got
for
Naza.
Flash laner. All they have to do now is to back off and play safe. With the deterrence play by the side of Hyuduk as well.
Bro,
Team
Zhang
Flash,
Fei
they
didn't
just
didn't
the
have to
answers.
ult and all. Like to kill one Guan Yu, you had to ult. What is that ult? When like Guan Yu was dead anyways. He used ult. Now they don't have ult.
Away from that play itself.
Doofy, no, you can't do that. You don't have your ultimate.
He
Miriam
took
as
too
well.
much damage,
He's falling
bro.
low. They're pushing back.
Don't
Here
take
comes
free
Hyuduk with more
damage.
pain. The wings of judgment, the feathers, they are made of steel.
They are
And it's
taking
gonna be of heartbreak.
What free
because Team
damage,
Flash,
guys?
they
Free
have
damage.
started working
Like yeah,
on
shoot
this
me.
Shadow Overlord.
As if
This
you are
might
trying
be
to
the
get
last
more
one
damage
needed.
taken.
3
like that.
minion waves with mega minions. No more high ground turrets here. The Overlord
Whoa,
will be
48
an
people
epic
watching.
finisher
Guys,
for
this
Team
is a
Flash
do or
in
die match for
advancing
S8UL,
for
okay?
that AOV rematch
If we lose
with
this match,
Buriram United
S8UL is out.
Esports here. But the game is not done. S8UL, they are still in it to for a comeback.
Yeah, I mean, Team Flash, right now, you can see it on their calendar. This is a date with destiny, and S8UL is in the way.
Goal lead is practically 50-50
Yeah,
at
bro.
this point here. Good
Neja
ring of
is
fire
using
here.
that ability
Pops
to
Julius,
turn on
Evan and Nerfrom on the
Yang
Yang
Jian's
Jian. The
thing,
waves
bro.
are
Did you guys see that?
marching through from
Yang
three
Jian's
lanes.
immunity
Look
that
at Miriam's position
that
here.
if
He's
you take
looking
damage,
for
it will
Yo.
turn on. No,
They want to get
Neja
this
is
done.
using it.
Unable
Then
to find him. Miriam
they
will get frozen
recently
with the
fixed
Fidget
it,
charge
no?
as well.
I thought they
Singular
fixed it.
target for now. This is not the biggest play just yet. They want the back line. This is a distraction.
Oh,
They
no.
do get the rampage with the life of Miriam, and the base is exposed. One more round. This is where the Shadow Overlord comes in.
How do they hold for the next 35 seconds? Because this is a 4v5 angle with a big dragon going in.
Julius jumps in. This is a big moment. Big stuns. Yours
Oi,
on the backline.
oi,
They want to
Mage.
get the damage in.
Mage missed
Kill
his
DC
ultimate.
gets the life of Yours.
Why?
Why?
That is the big one. Right now, the save comes in from Doofy. Hang on. There is
Marksman,
enough damage.
marksman.
Doofy
Let's
will give
go.
his life for the call.
It's going
They
in.
just need to hit the crystal.
What?
And they will do it. Team Flash finds their date with Buriram later. And S8UL, this was a great lesson, but it's a painful one.
Keys are crushed, hearts are crushed, and we bid goodbye to S8UL Esports from our KWC 2026
Bro,
play-ins
how
here
did
at
Zhang Yu
Team
die?
Flash.
Like,
They
why
fight
did
for
you
survival
die?
and they
Why are you
advance further
standing
to face
outside?
Buriram.
He
for the
got
final
pushed
spot.
by Guan Yu and
Team
killed.
Flash right now with the
Solo
soul of
death.
sportsmanship are going to go and say
Completely.
goodbye to S8UL Esports. The boys coming
Bro,
in
S8UL is
all
coming
the way
home,
from
guys.
The Kings Arise India second place. This is going
They
to
are
be
coming home.
the end of the road for them in this KWC 2026. We're very happy to have
End of
had
the
them
road
here.
for them.
It was amazing to that. But at this moment, let us congratulate the winners. Team Flash is going to move forward into the final of the lower bracket.
I mean, Kin, that final finisher. So
I'm
got
in
me
tears, guys.
very excited. My adrenaline was popping.
This
Like,
shit breaks my
the
teeth
moment
every time.
was three overlords marching in towards the enemy base, and then he was like infinite vasts up. It's like, do I want to go in? Do I want to take the risk? Yes.
Yeah, I mean that was the moment, right? And Team Flash, this is a
Hello,
lesson we
Bhuvan.
must learn
I'm
from
fine,
them.
bro. How
They
are
know
you?
How to close games. That's the most important part.
Okay.
But out of this entire experience in our best of three, the most important part I feel for both teams is they must be proud because both teams have improved. This game, what is the game changer here? I feel like it's Hyuduk.
I feel like it's
this
Hyuduk too.
Garuda.
Initially, we were talking about like Julius and also Tofu for that double ash.
Okay, now we
a
have
Team Flash jersey
RNTX.
over there. Bro,
RNTX
can I
will
borrow that?
RNTX will would have won this
Oh
match,
my
right,
gosh.
guys?
Ladies
Right?
and gentlemen, I know that you
RNTX
cannot
would
see
have
it
won
right
that
now,
match, right?
But the fans for Team Flash are just going crazy around
Bro,
on the stage. They're
full
really
match,
happy about what's
they
going
had
on.
more gold.
This is actually nice. We love
Okay, we
to see
have the
people
Team
just
Flash
enjoy. Look
jersey
at that.
here.
The drip.
Team Flash coming in from AOG Vietnam, and they are marching it through to face Buriram in that lower bracket finals. Yeah, congratulations, Team Flash. Good luck in the next one, man.
Yeah,
My guy.
So this one is
guy.
a big experience because they get
Thank you.
that rematch. And this is what they've been looking for since yesterday, right? And to
course.
finally get that, how satisfying is that?
I am very happy to see that Team Flash and
RNTX ain't winning.
S8UL
Bro,
Esports
why are
were
you saying like
actually
that?
So good and so commended to just providing us a good match, right? Like that was
Yeah,
the main
it
idea.
was not
These two
one-sided,
games
no,
were
yeah.
so entertaining.
Yeah.
It's not just entertaining, but it's intense.
Bro,
And
RNTX,
14, but remember, Ken, you almost
they should
passed
change
out
their
because
name
you were losing your
to
breath. 10 minutes to 13 minutes, they were just fight.
VO,
Tofu's out, fight again.
yes.
WO
Back to the founder, we
PCL.
fighting again.
WOPCL. Instead of RNTX, it should be
Tofu and Noya got so
WOPCL.
many kills as a roam. Like that
How's
was
that?
insane. Okay, but the
RNTX,
jokes, of
not
course,
RNTX,
we will
it's
leave that for
WOPCL.
later. I want to see what else we have to offer.
RNTX match is not today.
I
They have
actually
already
really
qualified.
like the fact that
They are
these
in next
games
round.
had a lot of kills. They had a lot of fights. It was really interesting for us to be able just to be entertained by that. So what about if we just move right now on stage? Mara is ready to show us a little bit, to share with us the thoughts
Next
of the
match
players
when,
with the interviews.
Yeah, their group is difficult,
And
but I'm
here
saying.
we are with Julius. Congratulations from Team Flash.
Oh, this
That was a great
today her
fight.
dress is
Great
very nice.
2-0.
Yesterday's
But we
dress
also
was like
noticed
not
you guys were so
perfectly
disciplined
fitting.
and so patient, especially in
Okay,
game one, where
um,
you guys were behind.
I don't know when
in
RNTX is
holds, in
coming.
towers,
We are
in
cooked,
kills,
boss.
but you were
We kinda
able to
cooked,
wait
not gonna lie.
for
Bro, why
that
is he
right
giving
moment.
death
Is
stare, bro?
patience and
Death stare.
trusting the late game
Like
composition
this.
part of your
I'll show
team's
you guys.
identity. How did you stay so patient with that?
Hiện tại bây giờ á là ở cái trận hồi nãy á, mình đã thua về cả tiền, cả trụ và cả mạng hạ gục, nhưng mà tôi thấy là cái đội của mình rất là kiên nhẫn,
Oh,
mình
my
chờ
tear.
để nắm bắt
For
cơ
just
hội
opening
đúng
my
lúc
eyes
mình
for
có thể
that
lật
time,
kèo.
my tears
Thì cái đó có phải là cái
started
cái
flowing.
xu hướng của mình thường
My
hay
eyes
đi
started
hay
tearing
không,
up.
hay là cái tư duy của mình như thế nào để mình có thể lật kèo lại được cái trận đấu vừa rồi.
Tự win á, chứ em chả biết á, đánh một hồi tự win luôn.
Yeah, now he's finally
We
smiling.
actually
Like,
don't
see
know,
how nice.
what just happened, but
I
we
think he
just,
was zoned out.
believe
Yeah,
in it,
thinking
and then
about
we
what
won.
just happened.
Oh, well, congratulations. Now, yesterday, you were defeated. by
Farming,
Burrito.
yeah, farming trick
And
is
later on,
everyone
in today's
should
matchup,
farm
you're gonna
together.
go up against them
If
once
you are
again.
clearing a
It's
wave alone,
going to be a rematch.
you are getting 100 gold
What
means
would you guys be doing
if two
differently?
people
And
clear
any
it,
predictions
you will
on
get
that match
75
later
gold,
on?
they will get 75 gold.
Thì ngày
So
hôm qua
total you
mình
are
đã
getting
đấu với là
150 gold.
Lam rồi và mình đã
You
bị,
understand, right?
thua trận. Thì hôm nay
And then if 3
ngày hôm
people
nay
are clearing,
mình sẽ quay lại và mình sẽ
60,
đấu với lại
60,
Lam
60.
thêm một
So
lần nữa.
180 gold.
Thì mình có
Instead
tự
of
tin hay
getting
không? Mình
100
nghĩ
gold, you
là
are getting
mình sẽ
180
thắng
gold.
họ hay
Even
không?
though individually you
Hôm
are
qua
getting
thua rồi
less,
thì nay thua tiếp rồi chứ.
overall you are getting so much more, almost double gold you are
Because
getting.
we already
So
lost
that's
to them
what they do for
yesterday,
farming.
So we expect to lose them today as well.
Because they lost yesterday, you expect to lose again today against them. Oh, that's very surprising. Now, how about let's invite the audience to support you, to give you
Bro,
that energy
bro,
for
he's
later
like, we are
on.
going to lose today.
Vậy thì bây giờ hả,
why
mình
is
nghĩ
he
là
saying
mình
like
sẽ
that?
thua, thì bây giờ mình có muốn có
Bro,
một
very
cái
honest
từ
person
bên
he is,
các
bro.
fan hâm mộ, các bạn khán giả cổ vũ mình thật là nhiệt tình để mình có thể thắng họ ngày hôm nay hay không?
Có.
I'm
Yes,
just
please.
stating the obvious, he said.
We wish you luck.
Bro,
for
this
later.
guy is built
Go get
different,
some
bro.
rest and
He's
prepare
like,
some more.
yeah, we lost
Now we're gonna
yesterday.
head
Today
back to
also
the
we are going to
casters,
lose.
Lead the gorge.
And then she's like, oh no, don't say like that.
I see you,
You know,
Julius. I see
she
you, man.
say
You're
that,
playing
you know,
the
say
mind games over
everyone
there,
is
right?
cheering
Like,
for you,
we
and
lost
oh,
yesterday, so
okay,
we're
okay.
expecting to lose again today. Like I know what game you're playing right over there. Come on. We got to believe. We have to believe that just winning
Zero stream
the
எங்க
next
Zero
best of three
தெரியல Zero
would push
செத்தான்
Team
bro.
Flash into
Zero
the
அவன
group
வெளிய அனுப்ப
stages
போறான்ல
with the
ப்ரோகிராம்ல
top
இருந்து
16
முக்கியமான ஸ்ட்ரீம்
players,
போடாம
man,
விட்டதுக்கு.
with the top 16 teams out there. Now let's break down a little bit the action of this
Boy,
game
that was a
number two.
very
This
good
was
engage.
so
See,
beautiful
that is the
coming
type
from
of
side
engages we
S8UL
want, bro.
Esports, the Umbrella Outburst catching onto her stream, Miriam charging in. But these are the moments where you can say that, guys, it's enough fighting. Let's stop and refocus ourselves towards the shadow objective here. But at the end of the day,
Yeah, bro.
it boiled down to this specific fight that was
It's
so
a
close
kidney breaking
compared to
story.
Both teams, you can see, Ye gets taken down. He goes dangerously low. Kong survives against this specific play. And then, as they pace on towards it, this was so darn close. Look at the HP of the Shadow Tyrant here. It was like what?
Oh, this was a nice engage too.
420.
Flowban, Rain of Arrows. Bro, Flowban's damage is all coming from ultimate only because of that range. It's very nice hero, guys. If you haven't played Flowban Marksman, you have to play it.
Because at this point, it really was about, you know what? The health points, they are a utility. They are a tool right now. It doesn't matter. We just have to get the last hits onto the crystal.
This one thing.
This one, man. Perfect damage calculation here.
Someone had to shoot. Someone who deals more damage had to clear
could
that.
have
And
been
Loom
a
would have
very,
died.
Very different story for S8UL.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I sincerely believe that.
Yeah. I think he's like Felix, bro. If we send Felix for interview, he'll be standing like that. Especially if it's two girls, one translator and one, host. If Felix is sent, if we are going and oh, Nagur nee pola, you go and talk, If we send him, he'll be like that only.
That's the last moment. I thought S8UL got the defense, but only because I didn't notice that the Lung was in
his hands will go like this.
So when he came down, it was a completely different story.
Like these are the moments where pro players are so amazing, where you're in the sky and you're
Bro,
like, do I want to invest my
I
pro
changed my
career
name
in a
because
social media
I'm
status?
undercover
If I
right
fail
now.
that play and then
Okay,
everybody's
don't
just
tell
saying,
anyone.
Why do you go for it? Why do you go for it? But now you went for it. Everybody's gonna be praising you for that risky play.
Big risks and
Oh,
big wins. And
he'll be
now
like that.
Team Flash is gonna go a little bit for a break, and they're gonna wait to play against Buriram United Esports one more time for one ticket into the group
Flowban
stage.
is
Ladies and
so
gentlemen,
boring.
Match number 1 is done. Match number 2 is getting ready. What about if we go for a break as well? And when we come back, we're gonna bring you the action of our match number 2.
So far, we haven't seen any best of third match, right? In that best of 3, all the teams that have won, they've just directly won 2-0, right? He was disrespecting the Indian team by suppressing his inner happiness harder. Bro, he disrespected us. Bro, guys, yeah, you should see this. Whisper, you are stalking my profile or something. See this, bro. Nice song. This was sung by Blackpink, right? You guys know that, right? Guys, look at this. Ayyo. Guys, that one Luffy thing, it's there only. Okay, don't worry about it. Look at this. Look at that MVP, guys.
Play is in our DNA.
MVP, fully. Devara. Full MVP.
Superpower.
Look at that. That is Charlotte. The last one is
Now
Charlotte.
imagine
After
an
that,
entire
full
city
Devara,
being built to
full
supercharge
MVP.
it. Kadir City, powered by Play.
We were there. For every click, every clutch, every respawn.
Where did I go?
We were there for the years of grind. And we're here. Now. The proud founding partner of EWC. Powering the biggest event in gaming. Shoulder to shoulder with the world's best. Making history. Greatness deserves a stage. Lenovo Legion.
Okay, I guess
You're impossible.
we are going to have to use this for the rest of the stream. One second, guys. Bro, 1 second. These two need to be fixed, okay?
We book Esports World Cup.
Double side. One.
He thinks he can come in here and play my game. He knows nothing but go!
Tyler won. You're done.
Raw energy. Off, blow the house down.
Seems like we are ready to go. Match number 2 is going to be right over here. OG Esports is going to go against Blacklist International. Sagi and Kin, after that amazing performance over there, just breaking down the games and everything, needed to go and have a breather. They need some water. They need to have a break. So I went on the green room and then I got myself Holler and Nora. Holler, Nora, how are you doing?
I think we're great. We're definitely excited to be here. Obviously, continuing on with the momentum of day one.
Yes.
A lot of good games here.
Since the NVIDIA broadcasting doesn't want to come online again, I have to...
Like a one-way ticket.
I can see that Nora got all her homework right over there, spread out around the table, so you know that the notes are gonna be on point. OG Esports and Blacklist International, they are two amazing teams. Big names that they're gonna come in. Only one of them is gonna stay, and the other one is gonna just going back home, all the way to Southeast Asia.
Yeah, I think going into today, we were kind of like,
bro,
okay,
Devara is very good, guys.
go? Especially in Group
I am
B,
a Devara ambassador
are
now.
definitely high level, very strong teams, and their ability to proceed is going to be at risk here. It's an elimination game. I'm scared for both of these squads here.
And I feel like these two teams are quite even,
course,
because both teams are very experienced, and also they fight such great games yesterday. So I thought like today is going to be a very even match.
Yesterday's performances from both OG Esports and Blacklist International leave some questions out there because we've seen them for so many years. These are names that they have been around already for a while, and seeing the performances yesterday just kind of just leave an afterthought of, is this gonna be like a one-day kind of thing, or is it just like a 2 days and then just going back home? OG Esports, they lost 2-0 to Nongshim Red Force. What happened in that game?
I mean, let's be honest, there were third place for a reason going into this one. And that's kind of where their inconsistencies lie. And you kind of saw what they were trying to do against, Nongshim. Unfortunately, they were not able to kind of overcome. I thought their drafts were okay. They were kind of setting themselves up for success. But in the end, when it came to those team fights and like the actual macro play, they just got outclassed by Nongshim.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Every hero is bad after 40 matches. That hero is broken.
But it's like
every hero is bad, but after playing 40 matches, I will say he's broken out.
The side lanes, and at the same time, when they face against Nongshim's team forward, it feels like it's a little bit vulnerable.
Bro, why are you taking deep breaths, bro? Why are you so angry, bro?
I was kind of looking at things
I see
where,
morning. It's okay, brother.
When they're playing and they're going in, they're doing it as a team, right? The coordination is on point. Right now, it kind of seems like OG, everybody's kind of doing their own thing, and it's not really paying off in the end.
Well, if you look at the team that they have in front of them,
Bro, he's
Blacklist
crying.
International.
Bro, he's crying.
These guys, they have always, like every single time that I have seen them perform, they have always just been top level.
Oh, how bright
right
the
now,
camera, right
2026
in their
is
face.
not their best performances, but I know that they have it in them. I am really looking forward just to see the old Blacklist International from 9 months ago when they were just like at their top.
Yeah.
Just to kind of come in and show up today.
I know him.
Like
I know him. Who's that? I know that guy, bro.
I still remember the
Do I
first
know?
game that they
How do I know that guy? Who's that guy?
DCG. That was
That
a
one.
game close out
Wait.
to
He will come again, right?
in such a fast tempo.
Yes.
This the guy in the back, I think.
About doing this.
Definitely very strong. I mean, if we're looking at the OG side, this is, again, we have high expectations. There was a bit of a surprise in terms of just making it to the EWC.
Let's bet on this match. You bet, bro. You bet.
But still,
you still have one ball, no ball.
Everything at risk Again, incredibly scary for OG. They need to shore up all of those weaknesses, and they need to do it quickly.
And if they need to just spotlight someone, it's gotta be Tao Tao.
Wait, I'll show you. Oh, this is the other team. Okay.
12 MVPs in the 2026 IKL spring season, and then you cannot just go out after 2 days of competition. You wanna keep claiming those MVPs, man. So you please just stay here with us for a little longer.
I mean, that's the whole expectation, right? And I think that if you're a fan of IKL, this is that squad. You're thinking that with Dao Dao at the helm in terms of this jungle, you have that huge expectation, I would say.
Yeah, I feel like we mentioned a lot about how important Dao Dao is to this team, and we mentioned about their jungler core team playstyle.
Right.
But the problem is that in this patch, this little hero can let you to lead the whole pace, right? That's a problem. A lot of tanks that you can see, a lot of warriors that you can see, and how you're gonna use heroes like Agudo, heroes like Kaiser to lead the whole team pace. It's kind of a bit difficult for a core, like a jungler core team player to do that.
Different patches always just bring different solutions, right?
Yeah.
And I think that in this patch right now, it's just a lot more even. You cannot just have like the one player that is going to be carrying everything around.
Yeah.
OG Esports and Blacklist
Marksman is like
International, they have a very similar game style. They are aggressive. They like fighting. They like going around. OG might just go around just thinking about like what are the objectives that we can get. For Blacklist International,
Hey, Omkar,
where
welcome to
Joshi
the stream,
goes,
bro.
destruction is gonna follow.
Yeah, but you kind of saw that in this series with DCG. Joshi had an amazing game one. And that's why they won, right? Game two, they're like, okay, let's focus on
Oh,
Joshi.
hi, Dr.
Let's
Kranti.
make
By
sure
the
that he
way,
doesn't have a
Dr.
good
Kranti,
game,
do you
and that's why
want
they
me
were
to
able
do something
overcome.
with your
So while
tokens?
he's an all-star
You
player,
know, like,
if you
do you
limit
want
him,
something to
that's
be
how you
gifted
kinda
to you?
take
There
that
are
back.
so many events
And I feel
happening.
like we can
I
put
wasn't
the
keeping
top
track
duos
of anything,
together
but the
because
tokens
it's
are
not
still
only
there.
Joshi, but
So I was
also,
wondering, like,
the top
I don't know
laners,
if you
definitely need
texted
to
me
be
on
in
Discord,
Champion
so
one with
asking
Josh
here.
together because we know that Champion one, once he got the capability to initiate, for example, the Dharma he played, right? He's trying to find a lot of places.
God
which
level
he can
BC,
jump
good
right
game,
in
bro. Good
and
game.
initiate. Then I feel like the winner
I
rate
want
will
to see
higher up
Florentino
on the
again
side of
today also.
Blacklist. On the other hand, if he just plays some tank heroes like Ata, or like it's kind of be a little bit difficult for them to find out of opportunities or open the doors for the team.
I'm telling you, the stakes are extremely, extremely high. Their dreams could be crushed right over here. And the dreams of S8UL were crushed as well as their key was crushed right out there by Team Flash. You can see it right over there.
This ship breaks my
Key
every
goes
time, guys.
in, it's being handed, and then all the hard work in just 1 second crushed and pulverized right
Whoa!
over there.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
they're literally
crushed
crushing,
and
huh?
destroyed everything, and I mean, yeah, you're
Bro,
just
they
like
are
celebrating
crushing
now,
it.
and I think that they will be very happy with that
Wow,
victory,
they
but they
crushed
still
it
have a
and
long
they're
way
dancing,
to go, right?
bro.
It's just one of many as they go into the rest of the EWC here, the Honor Kings.
This is your heart,
And it's
guys.
just very interesting for
This
us
is
to think
literally
about,
your
like,
heart right now.
in about 1 hour
Not
time,
mine, but yours.
one of these
He
two teams that you
crushed
can
it.
see at the back, right over there on
Literally and
stage,
figuratively.
their keys are going to disappear as well. Their dreams in the KWC 2026 are going to vanish.
Is
And we're
Zero
really
streaming?
looking forward
Did
to
he
an
start the
amazing
stream?
game. It doesn't matter who's going to win, who's going to lose. As long as this is going to be an amazing
Zero didn't
performance
stream,
for
no.
me, I'm going to be satisfied.
I'm going to disagree with you. I
Zero?
think it matters to
Yeah,
all
didn't
the
stream.
fans
Good game.
in PKL
Good game,
and
Zero. Good
IKL.
game.
The rivalry is absolutely real, and that's why they're going to be focused in on this one. To be able to send the other team from the other region
I'll let you know.
home,
Okay, bro.
it's
Okay,
going to
bro.
be huge in terms of bragging rights here.
I feel like that sense of lower bracket, you know, like everyone
Yeah,
is sitting
destroying
at
it,
the
bro.
edge
That's
of the
very
game,
creative,
right?
no? That's
You-
very
if-
nice.
If you just make one mistake, you might just flip.
And that's why things are very scary, right?
Yeah.
Elimination game,
His,
you have to
not
go all in.
your,
It's a best of three.
yeah,
You
your
gotta
ball,
cheese your
yeah.
way into
It got
any sort of
placed there and
victory
it got
to catch them
crushed.
off guard. There's a lot of familiarity between the two teams, so the draft
Let's
is
not get
key.
into so much
Exactly, the
detail,
draft
okay?
is key. So if they are going to put all their monies on their junglers, I think it's going to be a Jing play today, maybe,
Yes.
or you kill today, or
So
pay play.
We're talking about just like big junglers, big assassin cores right over there, the pace, the Jinx. We have not yet seen a Luna, and I really want to see the Luna just flying around. I sincerely just want to see top assassins just going around, taking the kills, and really just showing
Yeah,
the
bro.
aggression
I
that
see
these two
morning.
teams are
They
really
placed your
qualified for.
I kind
your
of want
trophy
that as
there,
well. I mean, not
and
only
they
is it more
crushed
entertaining
it,
to watch,
and
but
their
I think
heart
that
is
you're
happy
also
for
kind
it.
of putting
How do you
Dao
feel
Dao and
about
Joshi
that,
in a
bro?
prime position to carry the game, right? If there are those assassin-style heroes, obviously it needs to fit in terms of draft synergy and all of that, but let your all-star players shine.
That's why the BP is just like a chess match.
Agreed.
It is just a chess match because you cannot just ban everything. It is a trade-off, like you need to understand which areas you are going to prepare just to keep out
how
your
do you
opponents
guess
and which areas you're
that
going to
it's
have
time
to
to
just learn
stop
how
now?
to defend.
And
How are you guessing
might
that?
be the most fun part for today, because since we're doing in the lower bracket, some team, when they're facing like stress of might get eliminated, they might go for the late game. You know, that's the point. Even though we mentioned about this,
Every man in the chat
feeling
the pain.
well, they pivot a little
Bro,
bit
don't feel
because
it.
you
Don't
might
feel
hold
it
back
too
a little
much.
bit more,
Right.
Because you need to make sure that you
Bro,
can win against
we
the
can
game.
feel
So
the pain,
maybe
but
Nuwa might
Deep
show
Boop
its
was the one
appearance
who
in this game, I
actually
guess.
experienced
So I
it.
think that
Imagine
it comes to the
how
draft,
he
it's
would have felt.
definitely a way to go. But for me,
That's
I'm always
painful,
looking at
bro.
game one, setting the tone. Right?
Yes,
I want to
that's
go
very
early
important.
aggression because then you put pressure on them to have to come back into the series
I can
somehow.
feel their
And if you're
happiness. I
able to take
understand
game
that
number
feeling,
one,
so I
again,
like it.
just way more pressure on the other team.
Exactly,
that.
and we are doing
Everyone
like
should
a
do that.
quick
Yeah,
best
bro.
of 3. So yeah,
Bro,
one game
let's see
match
how they are
point, so
smiling when
definitely
their
game
heart
one
is
very
crushed like that.
important. So if they want to keep the momentum,
Let's see.
then aggressiveness it is.
Well, ladies
When
and gentlemen,
BRU
right now we
crushes
are
them
getting
like that.
ready to jump into this match 2. We're gonna have OG Esports.
Wow, you are,
OG Esports
bro, you are
came
lost.
in here as the IKL Spring 2026
Good luck, brother.
third place.
Good
in
luck.
front of them, Blacklist International. The PKL Spring 2026 third place as well. One of them is gonna go back home. The other one is gonna stay here for a little bit longer. We're trying to just jump into the game, so stay here with us for a little longer.
I was
Just
playing
have some
ranked match and
patience,
someone picked
and we're
Iron
gonna try to
support,
just
so I
break
picked
into this
Django.
a little bit more.
Yeah, so I'm looking at the Blacklist lineup right now, and you see that Golden Kite is back in the farm lane. I mean, Ismora had previously subbed in terms of the game 3 yesterday. There were some questions, like why would you sub in such an important game? And like losing that
All
one
right, yeah.
might have been due to the sub. I'm not entirely sure,
Bro,
but you
if
probably
Beep
want to
Boop
put
you
your best
lose
foot
this
forward
match,
and
then
have the
both
twins on
your
stage together.
All right, let me jump into that one just real
No,
quick.
we
because
should not
from
say
a
the
coach
plural
point
one.
of view,
Your right
you
ball
need
and
to
your left
understand
ball
something.
were both
Let's just
lost
imagine.
because of
I
OG.
have Golden Kite right over there. He's been performing really well.
And by
always
the
in
way, why
PKL.
did you
People
decide to
respect him a lot.
go with
But you know
the
that
right
you have
one?
Golden Kite
You
in front of you. You know that you need to have
you
your
bet on
best
the left one
performances
first,
always.
no? Why
You come
did you
to a
decide to
game
do that?
After a little bit of a
Is there a thought
setback,
process
you
behind betting
sub
the left
him
one
out,
first?
You bring in Ismora, who's a very young, very new player. What is the message that the coach is sending right over there? Because psychologically, for Golden Kite,
Four
how
of
does
us
that
got
even feel
CCR.
just to be
Four of
sent
us
to
got
the bench in
CCR.
such a critical
Good
moment?
game, brother. And you got SSSR.
Again, I've always talked about Blacklist
You're like
International
Ara.
as being a family, and they literally are,
Yes,
as they have
yes.
twins in terms of Dragon
Like
and
that
Golden
you are
Kite.
saying, huh?
And to kind
Yeah,
of
SSS.
separate them, again, I don't know how Dragon would feel, like knowing that your brother, your twin brother at that, is getting subbed out at this pivotal game. I would be very, flustered at the end of the day.
Brother.
Emotionally,
No,
definitely
wifeless is not.
frustration
You
and
can have a
will be,
wife,
but
bro.
To me, like
Son and daughter you can adopt. So
strategically
anything you can do, bro.
I would
Without
say
this.
it might be good to
No, don't say the
rotate
plural
because
one.
you-
Without your
once you're
right
sitting
ball
in the
and left
audience
ball, you
space,
can still have
you
all
might
those
have
things.
a clearer mind to see the game, right? Because you can see the whole picture. You're not in game, right? You're not playing it. So definitely it's gonna be a good opportunity
I
for
choose
him to
right
clear up
because
his
she
mind
left me
again,
out, bro.
because the marksman matters
That's
a lot
such
in
a
this
kidney
patch,
breaking
especially
story,
during the
bro.
laning.
Yes.
So I do believe after this rotation happened, he might just keep his composure again and try to analyze more about his laning details.
I think that's the beauty about team sports, right? Because at the end of the day,
Cursed
there's a coach
stream. This
that
is
makes
a
the
cursed
decisions.
stream,
How
guys.
those decisions are communicated is very important as well.
So if you're so comfortable
Wow,
with it, I
I
think
see
game
what-
2,
what
I will
is-
sub out for
see,
Ismora.
exactly
Okay,
my
he's gonna
thoughts
come
he
on the
had.
casting desk, and let's
Exactly.
see how
This is
one
why
all plays out.
me and
Exactly.
IC Morning
Let's
have spent the
see,
most
right? Like,
time
maybe
when it
he's
comes to
gonna come right
streamer
over
and
here,
viewer,
we're just
I
gonna
think.
find, like, okay, this
None
was
might
exactly
be
what
there,
we're
but
missing.
IC Morning will stay
Or
for
maybe the fans
12
at home,
hours
they're
in
just
my
gonna say,
Euro
like,
Truck
please bring
stream
me
and all.
Holler
That's
back
why
because
that
I couldn't live
wavelength is
without my
there.
Holler.
I stream Euro Truck for 12 hours. We'll be
I was
talking.
like, oh, it's gonna be worse.
There
But
will be
actually,
Mr.
Isaac
X,
wants it to happen.
Yenya,
Ismora, if you have to
none.
be there, let's get on right now.
Mostly IC Morning only.
But all right, a little bit more of a pause in terms of just kind of getting the thing started here. Again, I'm looking at this as more of like the chess match in terms of this draft. You're looking at Chorus.
It's
on the side
harder
of
than the
OG. I
crushing.
know that he's next level. You see TG, also very a formidable
Try to
coach
get
as
with
well.
Felix,
I
bro,
mean,
you
both of
won't
these
need-
guys have a lot of intel in terms of just like what sort of heroes they need to bring here.
Exactly. I mean, heroes definitely matters a lot, especially in this patch.
Both
I
on the
would say
same
Zhang Fei will be
frequency.
the most picked hero.
Do we have the banning picking yet?
Zhang Fei, but
No?
here's one hero that I
Let's
want to
go to
highlight
the
a
top.
lot. It's Haya. You know, Haya. Yes, I mean like those skills.
Is it already over? Was I
simple
just
and
simply
you can easily
yapping?
understand like using
And they already
one person
did
name,
the
but
ban
it's
picking?
all about the timing.
Hello.
Yes.
Because like
Erased.
limit time,
Welcome
you're
to the
gonna
stream,
restrict
bro.
one of your enemies. So which would be your target, and will you successfully just get attached to
Let's
these
just,
people, and how and when
comfortable.
the timing will be it.
So let's just imagine like the highlights just a communication and synergy pick. It is more about like when I do pull someone right over here into the mirror mirage,
I see
like,
Morning.
what
the
is
legend.
going to happen?
I see
What is
Morning
everyone
has
going to be
fought
doing on the
battles
outside while waiting? If I can get the
in
kill,
other Discord
amazing.
servers
But that's
and
not what happens every single time.
Yeah.
Like if you do
Because
not get
he's
the
a
kill,
real
then you
life
come
thug
out,
and
like
singer,
you need
no.
to have the support of your teammates just waiting in there with a clear
Being a
action
thug
to
and a
follow.
singer is
you
like a
force
very
basically a team fight, right? When
romantic
Mirage,
combination
a
for
best case scenario, you do
some
get the kill
girls.
inside of it, but if
You know,
not,
you
you
know
know
those
8 seconds later
fantasy
where the fight is going to be. You're
book
dictating
girls,
the
book
pace
thug girls.
of, again, that game.
They are
because of
always
that one
about this
match.
And
thug
you
guy,
definitely
but
need
he's
to
a
have
singer,
communication
you know.
with your support, because you're always gonna see
I
a
see Morning
Zhang
will
with Haya or
satisfy
Lopo
that
with Haya.
fantasy.
That's the thing, because you need to save
Imagine,
the
bro, I
ulti
was
from your
calling you
support,
IC Morning
helping
less
you
than I
to
was calling you
create a really
ICY
nice
Morning.
setting
I used to
around
always
your
say
ulti.
ICY Morning only.
And so I think
Until
that
you
going
told me
in,
that it's
you're
not
gonna
like
see
that.
set
And
sorts of drafts, right? Composition is going to be key. I know that again. Like I speak very highly of Amcorus
The
because I
legend.
like what I've seen throughout the time that you know he does. He's been
Technical
coaching,
pass.
but he
Okay.
really comes in with like set drafts, and that really throws off the other teams because his preparation is on point.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, right now, as you can see on your screens, we are on a technical pause. This technical pause just allows us just to be able to be completely sure that everyone has the equipment that they need to have a fair and an interesting game. So thank you very much, everyone at home watching the stream right now, for your patience. We appreciate that a lot. We have professionals just working on that. And as we finish with it, we're going to jump into our game 1 of match number 2. Stay here with me because Holler and Nora, they have a lot of things that they want to talk about.
You like
And
ICY, yeah?
what about we just keep breaking down a little bit more of the action that
ICY.
happened yesterday?
So you say
I know
IC
that
brother.
hero-wise, after you
Wow.
go back and if you
ICY.
look at the stats,
ICY.
of course, you have the
IC
Zhang
buy.
Fei,
It's like
who was
IC
the
buy.
most picked
IC bro.
hero from yesterday. But the meta
Wow.
pick for me yesterday was the
Hi,
pay.
One Gaming.
For me, the pay was the meta pick.
AG will win the
100%
CWC.
BP
I have
participation.
no idea.
If it was out there,
Yeah, this
it
guy
was
only.
out there
I know
3
this
times,
guy,
2
bro.
wins, 1 loss. But
I
if
feel like
every
I've seen
single
him
BP,
somewhere.
If it was allowed, it was taken, and if it not, it was just completely
Oh, it's
banned.
magnetic.
Yeah,
So he can just
I
place
feel
it anywhere.
the same way, and
Wow.
a lot of team
Okay.
on the blue side will go for the pay for the first choice. But the thing is, if you want to counter-attack pay, right? Because we already
Doctor
know
Strange,
that we definitely will appear frequently this time. So it's gonna be Yukio. A lot of time, Yukio is going to be a counter-attack towards this play, but the problem is that how you're gonna use Yukio to attack this play is that you need to make sure that in the mid game you
he's
can
like,
do this
don't
stuff
say
much
that,
better
bro.
than the play.
Don't
And
say
that's
that,
the
man,
point
Auntie.
how
What?
Yukio is going to play
It's
against
like
play.
that very sad tone of.
It's known to be a
Don't
bit of a
read it
counter
like.
in
Don't
that
say that,
sense. I
Auntie.
think that the
Don't
pay
read it
has
like
been-
that. It's like, don't
like,
say that,
if we're
man.
talking about overall pick,
Why
I
are
think
you
it's
saying
only
like
been picked
this?
3 times. It's
It's
2
like that.
and 1, 66% win rate. Not the highest, but again, I think it's more of like teams are kind of prepared for it.
Yes.
I do like it in best of 3s because of, again, you're talking about tempo and pace. It does all of those good things.
Yes, the tempo matters a lot, and also mention about the tempo. I feel like another hero that I want to highlight is Chicha, because I'm very
Chicha.
surprised
True.
because I
Chicha.
actually cast like KPL teams a lot.
I am excited to see
but
Doomsday,
the
bro.
thing is, I rarely see Chicha being so flexible, and I do like the way how people flex this.
Don't
Chicha
daydream.
and,
Critical
put it to the farm
Noxious
lane, and
coming in
also
with a strong
junglers
opinion.
a lot. I like
Yes.
the jungler pick, So Chicha
Yeah.
as a kind of like a mid-game hero,
OG
you
should
need to
not
make
lose,
sure that
otherwise
he
Big
got
Bob will
enough
lose his
gold
ball.
lead and also the stacks.
Right.
So
What is he
definitely
written?
if you
Don't
flex
adapt
it into the jungler,
to
you need
standard.
to make sure that
Some-
you got
some
the
tattoo is
tower
on
or
his hand, no?
Lian as your composition, because you might be lack of controllability. So, but I do like the way how people just use the flexibility of this Chicha, especially on the red side.
Yeah, it's actually very key for the draft because of the fact that it can be in multiple lanes, multiple roles, if you will.
Shall I have my lunch?
The Chicha is
Guys,
great
just wait.
if
Okay,
you have
my
more,
head is
again,
starting
early
to hurt a
aggression
little bit
you
because
kinda
I'm
get
very
that
hungry.
snowball going.
I'll bring my lunch.
It's a bit of a
and I'll
mid-game
sit
hero
and
or
eat
mid-range hero.
while
It doesn't have
watching
the
this
longest.
match.
Yeah.
So sometimes when that late game, when the Lungs and the Chanos, those kind of can get the better of it.
And also mentioned about a really important part is that once you flex this Chicha, usually means that you're gonna have 2 warriors or even 3 warriors in your composition, and which make the pushing the biggest question about your team.
All right, I'm gonna toss one more hero right over there because I saw it yesterday coming out and I was not ready for it because I did not do any homework on that because I did not even imagine that it could be an option, and it was the Alessio.
Oh,
The Alessio, as it came
Alessio.
yesterday, I was like, what was this? Like, that was like the biggest surprise of the whole day one. And I was like, okay, is this for real, for real?
Alessio, yeah, actually I was very surprised. Is that very frequent to see?
No. Definitely not. I think it was more of like a niche pick to the counter to kind of deal with it. I mean, Son is also very good in terms of just like his hero playstyle and like the pool that he has. But I do think that it was more of like a surprise pick more than anything else. It caught everyone off guard.
Okay, it's more like a secret hero for like typical teams and players.
Yeah.
I mean, like Alessio, yes, I do like the way that how he's gonna jump up into the sky and dodge a lot of skills. But the thing is that it's kind of late game. But some of the players might like to pick out Alessio as a counter attack towards Ali.
Yeah, that's kind of like the main idea. Shifting gears a little bit here. I mean, we kind of talked about the rise or the excellent Zhang Fei Lapu Lapu, top 2 picked thus far. I think that they've had a lot of impact, especially in these best of 3s where they've been almost first phase picked almost all the time. I think that those are the type of heroes that again will continue on at least in the early part of the play-ins and the
because
groups,
I had to
Yeah,
watch
I
the
feel
plate.
the
One
same
second.
way. And
Don't go
since
anywhere,
we're doing
okay?
best of 3, we might see these heroes coming out again and again. But I feel like one of the hero is kind of underestimated is Garuda. I think Garuda is very powerful in this patch, or the tempo that we mentioned again and again, right? If you go for first tempo.
I just think that when you think about Garuda, right, like you have like the reach, you have the damage. Like it is like as the time passes, the damage is just so strong. And the reach is like untouchable.
Yeah.
And if you have that option right over there in mid lane, then you can just clean wave and then the rotations are so much faster. One of the heroes that I really look forward to see a lot more as the tournament just progresses.
Yeah, I feel the same way, and I kind of feel like it's a bit underestimated. Maybe it's because we didn't see it goes really well for Garuda to push in at the bottom in the early game, because you can see like before the 4 minutes mark with the protection of the towers, they can just guard it well. So it's kind of like stopped for the Garuda to do what he wants to do.
Yeah, and I think that Garuda has kind of just taken over the Ganon Mo style, right? Which is, again, just be very far away, get the point man, get that damage in. The Garuda is, I think it does it a little bit better, and that's why you've seen the Garuda way more than like the Ganon Mo, which I don't think it's even been picked thus far.
I feel like it's very potential to see more Garudas coming out in the coming up matchup.
Yeah, but now, I mean, if we're also looking at the other piece, I think that we were kind of expecting like the AOV heroes to have some sort of impact. The Florentino's been picked once, it's lost that one game. We've seen the Lorien pick quite a bit. I think that
actually I'm not that sure about Florentino, because as you said, it's very OP, it's very mechanical, but the thing is that you need time to practice for Florentino.
Yeah. Again, I think that it was Chammy one that I believe played it, did not have too much success with it. So I do understand why. I mean, like, it's destroying my rank games, but again, playing it to this level when you need it on this international stage, very difficult to do in this, especially in this short time.
Because we know that Florentino can be a great like solo hero, right? A laning hero, but the thing is, as you mentioned, it's a teamwork. We won't really see a lot of solo happens in the battlefield, right? Usually we will see like, okay, the mid goes up or the jungler rotates up. So it's always going to be a 3-2 or 2-2 battle happen on the top side of the map. So it's kind of just restrict the strength of Florentino during the lane.
Yeah, and actually, I think it's also because, you know, some of the rise of the traditional Clash laners. The Guan Yu has had quite a lot of success. It's 3-1. You're looking at the Dharma, which is 3-0. Like, these are more to the traditional style. It's about that team fight.
Yeah.
And as I'm sure you're seeing with the global stage teams, is that they like to fight, right?
Yeah.
And they want to get those team fights in, and those team fight ults are actually pretty huge.
Yeah, I do like the team fight, you know. Yesterday, I was like shouting all the time, I feel like. I feel like, okay, keep doing those team fight. And also, you know, not only about the play style or the hero picks, and also I'm very amazed about the team stories, you know.
True.
Because once I get to know more about the
1v20
teams
fight, remember?
overseas, I was amazed by
Where
their
you are
resilience
laughing.
and also their background stories. For example, like right today, this game is going to be OG play against Blacklist International. And for OG, they only got the 3rd place in IKL spring season.
Yeah.
But the thing is that they almost like
Zero doesn't need money,
almost
bro.
fell to make it to the playoff. Because they only got, I guess, maybe like the 5th place in the regular season. But then they just showing their resilience and went back from the lower bracket and make it to the lower bracket's final, and then got their title as the 3rd place.
Yeah. I kind of look at that a bit, like not a bit of a. I mean, it was a huge surprise going into the playoffs because the expectations for, you know, OG
Bro,
in this
how
case
will I
was
forget, bro, your OP
not
moment.
really making it to top 3. You're looking at
1v20
Visaka,
laughing.
Kagendra, both, you know, stalwarts in terms of the IKL scene, and then all of a sudden OG surprising everybody.
Yes, like such a big surprise. They are the dark horse definitely in IKL. So this time again they're at the lower bracket, but do not underestimate their potential. I
Not
feel
underestimate them, and we are going to go for a short break now. As we come back, we're gonna keep working over there on that technical pause. We're just trying to make
this
everything
rice is
fair
kinda
for
not
everyone.
nice.
So
It's
go and
like,
have a little break. After we
like
come
too
back,
cooked.
hopefully we're gonna
It's like-
have everything set
Wait, I'll
for
show
the
you.
beginning of this match number 2.
It doesn't look like that, but it's very sticky.
Hi everyone, welcome to Who's It, where we will put teamwork to the test. There are 3 players, and here are the rules. First, only the player who can see can touch the board and show one answer. And only the player who can hear can see and communicate the hints. And only the player who can speak has the answer and can use gestures. They only have 90 seconds for this. Will they succeed? Let's find out.
Oh, Meruam.
बट मुझे हीरोज देखने थे. ओके माइन. ओह ओके ओके समझा मैं. कर दे स्टार्ट. किधर से स्टार्ट करेगा तो डाउन करने में? टॉप से. नो आई कैन हियर यू. हाँ कर दे पहला वाला. वो भी कर दे. नेक्स्ट सारे कर दे ऊपर के सारे कर दे. अगला रो कर दे सारा कर दे. उसके नीचे का भी सारा कर दे. हाँ ये भी सारा कर दे. अभी इस वाले में हीरो है अपना, ठीक है. एक नीचे कर, दूसरा भी नीचे कर, तीसरा नीचे कर, चौथा रहने दे, 5वां नीचे कर और 6वां नीचे कर. यस ऑल गुड.
Efficient.
Hi everyone, welcome to Who's It, where we will put teamwork to the test. There are 3 players, and here are the rules. First,
Biryani.
only the player who can see can touch the board and
Bib
show
Bib,
one
buy
answer.
biryani for
and
me also,
only
bro.
the player who can hear can see and
I
communicate
will
the
order
hints.
now.
And
You do
only
a
the
super
player
chat,
who
I will
can
order.
speak has the answer and can use gestures. They only have 90 seconds for this. Will they succeed? Let's find out.
ยากปะโอ้โหยากมากเฮียแล้ว ไม่รู้เลยเฮียแล้วเป็นยังไงถือดาบมีผ้าปิดตาไหมถือธนูไม่มีถือดาบมันจะไม่ถือดาบหน้าต้องเป็นไฟเตอร์ชุดดำไหมชุดดำไม่ใช่ชุดดำด้วยไม่ใช่ชุดดำเอาแถวแรกออกไปก่อนเลยแถวแรกแถว4อ่ะลงไปอีกแถวหนึ่งเนี่ย1เอาไป1 2 3อันนี้ผู้ชายอันนี้ผู้หญิงผู้ชายหรือผู้หญิงผู้ชายเอาตัวผู้หญิงออกไปก่อนเอาแถวหนึ่งลงไปเลยแถว1ลงให้หมดเลยแถว1 2 ตัวลงไปให้หมดเลยปึ๊บโอ
Bro, our guys did it much better.
ดาบ
They were
ถือ
very
ดาบข้างไหน
strategic.
ซ้ายหรือขวาซ้ายหรือขวานาฬิกาจะหมดแล้วเลือกแล้วว่าตัวนี้อ่ะแถว2ตัวแรกที่เหลือหุบให้หมดเลยกูเดาแล้ว
Oh,
แถว2ตัวแรก
new minion skin, huh? Nice, bro.
ไม่ใช่
Cheers, Ritik.
เอาไม่รู้ผมต้องก็มันถือดาบข้างด้วยไอ้เนี่ย
Thank you for 400 rupees, Beep Bop. I'll order biryani now.
Welcome back, everyone. This is the KWC 2026
I'll order now,
day
bro.
2 of play-ins. Right now, we are back right over here from Paris, France, and we are really hoping that we can get this game going on very quickly. Right now, everyone's already
One
in the
second, I'm
lobby
not
and
reading
we're
the live
just
chat.
counting the minutes for
I'm
this game
ordering.
to start.
I mean, I think that we're all kind of seeing some of the players here a little antsy. They're geared up and ready to go. I mean, again, elimination game, the nerves are there. The longer you're there not playing, it makes it way more uncomfortable.
I totally agree with you. It just feel like you are facing the final task and just like stay open and then studying for it. It's just like it's not going on.
Yeah, I think most of them are kind of just, you know, stretching things out, shaking things up a little bit because, again, things are about to get underway here. And,
Bro,
I mean, both these
I'm
two
telling
teams,
you guys,
again,
it's
a lot
actually
of,
the opposite.
understanding,
If
familiarity
you
with
already
one
go and
another,
sit and if
to
they give
go
so
into
much
the
time
draft,
for you to
it's gotta
relax,
be
then
key
you
'cause,
won't be
again,
nervous
you
after
gotta
that.
win the important game
I
one
know
in a
from
best of
experience.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
sing
like
in
we
stage
talk
and all.
about OG spec from
Whenever I go to the
stories,
stage,
about
I'm
their
very nervous.
resilience,
But if
about
I'm just
how they
standing in the
rose
stage
back,
looking at
from the
everyone,
lower bracket
let's say
in
there is a
IKL
mic problem,
spring.
I'm not able
And
to immediately
for
sing, so
Blacklist,
I'm just
as
standing
you
there
said,
looking
if
at
they
everyone.
want to win it, it's because
Slowly
they've
all
been
that fear
playing
will go
together
away.
for such a
And
long
then you
time.
can
And
start
already
singing
been
without
so well known
any
about
pressure.
their play style. So definitely play in is not going to be their destination, right? They're looking forward to going to the group stage and just to grab another title.
Yeah, if they're able to do so. But
Hi,
at the
Gaddy.
same time, you're like, okay, if you win this
Gaddy,
one,
do
you
a super
survive.
chat
Great.
for biryani.
But then you have Nongshim Red Force that are waiting, just
standing
watching this
there.
Gaddy,
game,
chor
and they
romba
know,
kulandichu,
hey,
Gaddy.
we'll take on anybody at this point, right?
Yes, and that's the
சாப்பிடும்ல.
point.
நான் அப்பளம்
And,
இருக்கேன்னு
like,
தான்
that's the
சாப்பிட்டுட்டு
difficulties about doing it in the play-ins. And well, after this, you even need to go in, like through a draw. And anyway, I mean, like in this case, they need to make sure that they are saving their effort at the same time because they need to play against Nongxin in the next series.
So you need to
I am
play,
hungry.
again, your cards correctly where you pull out the victory here. But at the same time, you don't want to show all your cards because you, again, Nongshim is waiting in the wings. So it's kind of like, okay, like how far do we go? How much do we show? But we gotta survive. That's the most important thing.
Yes, and
I'm going to keep
it
it now.
depends on the coaches and also like on the mindset of all the players.
Yeah. And I mean, to be honest, I don't like, I mean, this is why that first game yesterday was so important, right? Because if you win that one, you have a little bit of a break. You get the intel of what the other teams might be playing. But seeing is that, unfortunately, the cookie crumbled this way, and you happen to be dropping down now into the elimination game. And this is why this play-in format is so much fun to watch, because, again, these two teams, these Titans, one of them is going home.
And it's always very interesting to talk about game one strategy because I've talked to so many different coaches, and since best of 3
Guys,
is quite
I'll show
high
you one
tempo,
thing,
so
one very nice photo.
if you're the coach,
Right.
do you prefer to put all those aggressive cards out for game one, or if you want to let your player just, you know, feel the battlefield a little bit more and just trying to warm up a little bit more,
How
so
is this
go
photo,
for a
guys?
more like well-rounded composition.
So that's a very good question. Like normally when I would play any sort of game, I'm always looking for the well-rounded way. But I think in a best of 3, as you rightly pointed out, I mean, the first game is so key because I would say the data is definitely there in the sense of like you win the first one, you have so much pressure on the enemy team that the game 2 comes much easier. Right? But again, you're trying to kind of balance that a bit. But for me, I would gear it a little bit more towards the stronger side.
So the point is that
a
if
very
you
nice
go
photo,
for
no?
your aggressiveness, you need to make sure that you are
I'm playing,
calm enough to showcase to do all your mechanics because you might
Sloban,
go
I
there
think.
reckless.
I took
the
the phone.
composition is selected, pushing
match was
you
losing,
to be more
so I was like,
aggressive.
okay, fine.
I think ideally
I'll do it for you.
It's the
And
nature
then I
of the
took
game.
the phone
Best
from
of
her,
3 where you
and
have
we
to
lost the
aggressive,
match.
right?
Yeah.
Passivity does not work in this sort of style. Okay, let's talk a little bit more on the KPL side, right? Like they only do pretty much best of 7s. They will do much higher as well. But the best of 3s are kind of an unknown, if you will. They don't really do it as much, right?
Exactly. And you just brought another interesting topic because once a lot of teams, for example, OG and Blacklist, they are very experienced. They know so many different compositions and they are already being like the fundamental knowledge about the game.
Now.
I'm no doubt about that.
Burger
so
King.
If you're picking out several composition play
because
against
biryani
each
is
other,
all
it might be
300
quite
plus.
even.
Yeah,
right? It's nothing about your aggressiveness or whether like you pick up a well-rounded composition. They know the patch, they can read it, they can understand your opponent's composition very well. So that's a problem. It depends more on the player's performance than the drops that you did.
Yes. Yeah. Agreed. And that's why, I mean, the best of 5s and best of 7s in the global scene are, I mean, especially with global band pick, definitely more dynamic. You know, because again, you get a feeling out process, understand what the sort of like a composition they like to play, and it makes it more fun in terms of the draft. But they first, again, best of 3 where they could pick literally anything. I mean, it's a much different ball game, I would say.
Yeah, it's different games, and also you mentioned about like those
now back to the stream.
Variety
Still the
of
match is starting.
compositions, and I know that few months ago there's actually a boot camp, right?
Bro,
with
I thought,
the KPL teams, right? So for that,
no, I have to
camp,
stream
I
for
guess
2 hours.
they,
Okay,
actually
I thought.
Got to know more about
after
the
that
patch.
first match India lost, I
feel
can
like
end,
there's
but it
several
was
coaches from
1 hour,
KPL
10 minutes or
teams
something.
also several
And then I thought,
players
okay, then
just
maybe
sharing
next
their
match also I
experience,
can
sharing
cover
the
in the
knowledge
stream.
about the patch.
And now it's
So
1 hour,
I guess
53
that's
minutes.
Kinda just brought
Still the
something
second
new.
match
For
hasn't
example, the
started.
Xiao Chao Gui that we saw yesterday, and I'm really looking forward to seeing these plays happening in here.
Yeah, and I think that was a great experience for all of these teams, right? Because then you're now exposed to how the game should be played, quote unquote. I mean, you're talking about like what, 8 KPL coaches? There's, you know, so many different opportunities to learn from the best and what really works. But the KPL style, very different. I would say that they're more kind of like they take calculated risks as opposed to, you know, how am I feeling? Let's just go in. Sometimes that you see here.
Yes, I mean like. For in that case, you need to make sure that you're not just copying those compositions that you learn, right? That is really important because I do believe in one thing, that for this game there's no actual like true answer to the patch. I do believe in that, so I hope that each region has their like dynamic and different various play styles, and
which is
you
better,
might
chicken
absorb
biryani or
in some
mutton
knowledge,
biryani?
but you need to make it
Chicken
inbuilt
biryani
into
or
your own
mutton biryani?
knowledge and just kind of form up a totally new understanding towards patch, and that's the secret how you're gonna win against your opponent.
Okay. But like in terms of, I mean, even going back to last year's EWC where you saw that Nova Esports, Rock Esports, now they took a game off of TTG, which is a huge deal, right?
Yeah.
We're like, we've struck blood. We've finally been able to take down at least one game from a KPL squad. But like to take an actual series.
No,
like,
I'm not.
Are we months away from that? Are we years away from that? Like, how are you
The stream will
feeling
end around.
in terms of
Okay,
just like
match is starting.
how this is going to go?
The stream will end around.
Well, I feel like yeah,
4
definitely everyone wants to play up
4:15 something,
against
1 hour
KPL
from now.
team, but right now
Not
for
1 hour,
them
it will
they
take
need
like
to
50 minutes
focus
or 40
on
minutes,
this
I
lower
think.
bracket first, right? They need to make sure
And
that they
I will
got
just
the
go and
ticket,
play
got the
something.
slot into it. But you know what? I'm pretty optimistic about the growth.
Yeah.
Overseas, because I've seen these games for like over 6 years right now, and I feel like the overseas is growing such a rapid way.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
as
yeah.
you said, 1 point
Chicken
last
always
year,
a wow,
how many points
brother.
this year?
Yeah, I mean that
Chicken is the
that's
healthiest
a very
stuff.
good question, and there's definitely that bounty, right? The Titan Slayer,
Unless
right?
you're
Where
bulky.
you're able to take a single game off. That's 10,000 USD.
Oh, the
You take-
bonus.
yeah, and it's taking an entire series 100,000.
Oh
I mean, the
my
first time the team loses from KPL KPL, I think that this would be a massive deal. More than $100,000 in terms of like actual damage to the KPL in a way.
Yeah. So actually, on the other hand, it kind of just give more pressure on KPL team because they need to make sure that
I never taste chicken
they
before my
know
18s.
this
My
match
parents were
because
vegetarian for a long time.
still, like,
Later,
a
we used
slight
to make
differences,
mutton in my home.
between different
So
patches.
chicken is my favorite.
Definitely, it's gonna be very interesting to see. It's like a whole picture
Nice,
of
bro. Nice way
this
of
just
saying
EWC
classic
actually.
versus board.
Yeah, but I think the first team that loses the ultimate, disrespect, I would say. Like, that team is going to be clowned, I would say. Because it's like, oh, yeah, we were the first to fall to a global team. Like, that would be, almost insulting to that one.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah. All right, but now, as it looks like we're going to be going in pretty soon, it looks like we're just going to go right into game
let's go.
number 1 here.
Finally.
All right, as we go in, it's going to be OG going up against Blacklist, the second series of the day, but an elimination game. This is a pretty scary one. In terms of the draft, we don't even know what's going on. Okay, as we go into it, it looks like OG going with the Florentino pick.
Oh, and a typical UQ play against Pei, just like what you said.
Yeah, and as we go in, also on the other side, the Yukio, like you were talking about how this is such a great hero. Most of the time, especially with Jussie, right? He's very comfortable on this hero. But for me, it's about Chamie 1. Everything in terms of Blacklist's success revolves around his play and his setup.
No, bro.
I feel like
I won't do it, bro.
a little bit on the top side because, as we said, Florentino
Lady
can
Sun
be
has
a
been
great
picked.
solo hero. So his HP was very low, and at the bottom, they're just fighting for those neutral damage.
They're going to get a
Golden
free
Kite taking
hot.
most of the damage here. We were talking, it seemed like they were listening into our analysis because all of the heroes that we're talking about in terms of like the Chicha, the Zhangfei, the Flori, and the Yukio, like the Guan Yu, we literally mentioned all of these heroes. But on the other side, the one that we haven't talked too much about is the Lady Soon. Your thoughts in terms of
Wait,
this
I didn't
composition
even realize
with
that,
hero?
bro. What
Well,
am I
I feel
even
like
watching?
Lee Sin is
This guy was the one who played
powerful
Florentino
in
yesterday
the
also.
late
Okay,
game, but
today
the
he will
problem
play.
is that the
Nice,
feature
nice,
of
nice.
this hero is that he bound the burst out damage with the skill 1 and also with her only mobility, right? That's the... You can see, like,
you made
it's
biryani,
the
yeah, bro.
shortage
Desper, you are a
about this hero,
cook,
right?
yeah.
Because
Let him
you
cook,
rely
guys. Let him
on
cook.
your first skill to survive, but at the same time, you're relying on the same skill to do the output.
Yeah, and it's with that burst. I think late game assurances, you're definitely going to be fine here. But now Blacklist International, they were, again, just threatening. This is what you want to do, especially because they have Doubt Out, right?
Yes.
And you want to kind of those numbers. You don't want him just freely farming on the sides. Oh, now they get them two-man stun. He's going to be
Guan Yu,
but Justin
Guan Yu
gets on
ulted.
back. And now Chamie 1 has joined the fight. He tries to go for 6-6-3. Just one more shot, and he runs him down. Finally gets first blood here.
First
Orion
blood,
misses his
Chamie
ult.
1 it is. Just running all the way from the top to the bottom and try to rescue his best Jussie.
It's funny because like 2 minutes in to see a
Where
fight
is
all the way
Crixie, bro?
onto the south side where
Where
the
is
boars
Xiao-
are at.
oh,
Chamie 1 making his
bro,
way
I'm
all the
sleepy,
way
I think,
down
bro.
to
My
join
brain is
that
not
fight.
even
It
working.
is, again, Blacklist has always been about the power of friendship, and you're seeing it there.
Yeah, and also like the thing that you just mentioned that
Bro,
Chamie
Leap
1's
Boop not looking good
initiation
for you
matters
right
a
now,
lot
bro.
to this team.
Yes. And what matters is, of course, IKL fans are going to be all about OG right now, right?
Oh.
There's so much of that nation's pride there. Then you're looking at the Blacklist side from the PKL side. All the Filipino fans are like, okay, we have to at least beat OG here, right?
And as for OG, I would say Xiao Qiao would definitely be under the spotlight because I've seen playing this Xiao Qiao so well. The accuracy of his skill 2, and also because there's a lot of warriors that you can see on the side of Blacklist, so it's kind of short-handed, right? So it might be a great opportunity for Nil to seek out to get control of the enemies on the side of BLCK.
Okay, no, I do think that Neil is definitely the guy to kind of set things up here. But in terms of the Lorien, we've seen time and time again, this hero has been, it's kind of around the 50% win rate. It hasn't won everything, but it's definitely had a lot of impact, I would say, in terms of this game. But, what do you think about this matchup here? Being
At
a mid
least
player
now we
yourself.
have the attack
Being a
titan.
mid player myself, I would say Lorien is very well-rounded in this patch because of the long attacking range and also the skill 3 allowing this hero to dash in and just play as an assassin. But the thing is that as you can see, the efficiency between Pei and Yukio is quite similar.
Yes.
So we will see a lot of 2-2 play in the mid, and that's gonna be kind of a limit about this Lorien.
Yeah, I mean, most teams are kind of looking at the Yukio as the pay counter. And I mean, as this Tyrant gets a little bit low, it looks like Justy will take this one away, and OG not able to get in time to that spot. But I think that they're kind of, again, you're like, hey, you're very squishy from this pay. Justy can take you down.
Yes, and also because of the Chicha that they pick at the bottom with this Zhangfei. Zhangfei can be so powerful during those camp fights.
Yes.
Oh, if OG loses this, maybe he will rename his
Overlord here.
account.
Dao, keep it on pace. Justy's doing a great job. This is a one to kind of will dictate the pace of this game overall between the the pay and the Yukio on both sides here.
And we mentioned about how tight it might be for today's game, especially this one. And as we check the goal difference, you can see like both Joshi and Dao, they're just forming up in exactly the same pace.
Yeah. I mean, we're 5 minutes in, only a single kill going the way of Blacklist, but now a little bit of a stun onto 663, who charges under the tower.
The attack Titan is ready.
Blacklist are going to look to
The
dive,
attack
but they
Titan.
will definitely put pressure on this bottom T1.
They're accelerating. After they got the Tyrant, they're trying to pressure on at the bottom and try to shred down the HP on the side of OG.
And look at how even Chammy won. He made his all the way down towards
He's
the
like
south
roaming
side.
all the time.
Yeah, he's
like,
always
okay, brother.
waiting in the wings.
I trust you.
Yeah. I feel like he's like kind of like that girl from Obsession. A little too much, Give me a little space, no?
Girl from Obsession.
All right, but now it looks like Blacklist International going back to their own lane. Chammy 1 is in the top, but Ihans, this is a guy, again,
let
you
the
give him some space and time, he's going to literally take over everything. But, I mean, he did a lot of damage on that top T1.
Yeah, and I mean, like, the feature of both top laners are different in this game one because Ihans played this Florentino, might be good at pushing and also doing the solo.
He didn't say let the dance begin.
He
He didn't say that. He said let the dance.
Yeah, but
And he died.
now, although Unbridled Outburst, they find him on the backside, and they're going to be completely zoned away. Chaz with a nice setup, and they're going to be rewarded with his top T1.
Beep
I do
boop.
like the way how Blacklist is
bro.
microing this game right now because they're keep crashing in on the side lanes instead of the
I
mid. Because
don't know
we
what to
mentioned
say, bro,
about
but
Nil's power in the early game because of the second ability that she has. So the problem is that if they just enclose the game by taking out the side lane towers first, it will be easier for Gwen to find a nice stop at the back of tier 1, and they are looking for the tier 1 in maybe like 2 minutes later.
Yeah, if they're able to
Florence
sneak away,
team.
and now they do a little bit of work in terms of this piece onto Eons, who's going to get on back. But, I mean, that huge commitment you saw in the top lane, Blacklist International tried to go in, they got rewarded the top T1, but Ahem is on the bottom lane. He's like, okay, nobody's here, I'm going to take my own T1.
And a nice dragon trade.
Yeah, and it looks like the Overlord going to be picked up here. OG finding ways to, again, just keep it close, right? It's about this map control. They've kind of reacted properly to Blacklist's initial attempts, but this is what we wanted. We got one in terms of a competitive series here. And now it looks like the Umbrella Outburst. They actually have that connection, and Ahem gets blown
Lord
up,
Dancer.
not able to get on back
Lord
on this
Florentino.
one. Just the play, but Dragon is going to be killed in return. The
He missed
Raging
the
Sea
flower,
hopefully
guys.
just locking him down.
I mean,
Chaz
he
is
did
trying to
fine,
run
but
away,
he
and
missed
now
one
here comes
flower
the
and he
cavalry,
died.
literally with
Not
the
yes one,
Razor
he missed
Cavalry.
one
And
flower.
now Chammy won with the zone back, the heroic tries, and it looks like Justy and Dowdow trading blow for blow, and Justy gets the better of him. And now it looks like 663, he too will fall.
Ace.
Team Ace going the way of Blacklist.
It just going so explosive. Could you just imagine that was a 5 versus 5 big team fight happening before 10 minutes mark on the top side, and that all originated by the ulti breakout from Charles. And that was such a great ambush.
Yeah, great ambush there. But it was kind of like Blacklist. They didn't have the full numbers. The reinforcements eventually made their way there, and they made them pay. And that was the thing where, like, OJ, okay, you get the kills, but you got to survive. They were completely out of position at that point.
And I would give my credit to Chammy once roaming again. Because
Agreed.
of the Guan, you get into the battlefield on time and just create the image that you just mentioned.
Yeah, that's why he's called Chammy 1. He's the #1 dude, right? He's always going to be setting things up. You got to understand where he's at a moment's notice.
Yeah.
Him and his brother, Justy, do great work together.
Oh, he engaged on Florentino.
All right, now looks like the Tyrant going to be picked
Everyone
up.
is coming.
Justy
Oh,
gets
Florentino
the better of that
decided
one
to
in terms of that
dance.
Smite battle, but now Chammy 1. He's getting a little bit low, needs to be careful. Here comes Golden Kai looking to turn things around.
At the
He
dance.
goes right back in, and it looks like Ehans
Dance got interrupted because Florentino attacked Guan Yu instead of Chicha.
Only on the Chaz, not too much value.
The attack
Stampede
Titan
with
is on
Chaz.
Xiao
He's gonna
Xiao though.
let Neil know for daring to go on to him as he's looking to go Hulk smash.
The attack
663 's
ex-founder.
I mean, like you can easily find the coordination between the team members on the side of Blacklist International, because we mentioned like how long they've played together, like for years. So you can see like each team fight they get, they will always have a pre-communication before it happened.
Yeah, very clean, right? With
Yeah.
the way that they're going in, it's like even with that Ehans was going after him, things didn't look great, but the reinforcements, the right time, right place. I mean, when you've got friends like that, like what else do you need, right?
Yeah, and I mean, like, no matter where or when it just took place of the team fight, they will never give up about their team fight. Just always keep rescuing.
Yeah, always being aggressive. And even taking away the Crimson Golem here. Justy, this is the way Blacklist likes to play. We were talking about aggression. I mean, in the pregame, this is exactly it.
And also, like, the target is so clear because they know that.
Bro, not
after
Zhang
10 minutes
Fei,
mark,
it's the
definitely
attack
OG
titan.
is giving this red buff to Aham,
Attack
to this
X
late
founder.
Because mentioned about, right, the power that Leeson has in the late game.
He has the coordinates.
They are targeting on this red buff, try to shred down the strength of Aham.
Yeah, and taking that away. Also, any sort of buff that you steal away from Dao Dao is going to be less time, less farm efficiency, and you're seeing the net worth. 3K in favor of Blacklist because, again, it's these micro wins.
And I feel like Dao Dao's pace is kind of interrupted by Chami 1. Right?
Agreed.
You can see like how naughty Chami 1 is playing right now.
Yeah. Actually, Dao Dao, I'm sure, is very uncomfortable. And now, this is when you're like, okay, two members going right on top of Dao Dao. He's trying to pounce away. The Honey Sweet breeds with that nice little reaction.
So much damage
But
from
now
Xiao
Chaz
Xiao,
is
though.
on the chase. They've taken
So
the
much
mid-T1.
damage.
Justy tries to go for the mini sun.
Here
The
comes
umbrella
Chami
outburst is going to look
He
at
needs
Dom,
an
and
up-
the Raven
Oh!
Cavalry's going to be on point as they take
Cavalry.
down 663, and they're going to take even Ehans as well. They're going to take the mid-T2. Blacklist
Big
International
boop.
are finding ways
Bro,
to, again, control this game.
I mean, like, Blacklist is definitely dominating the pace. It hasn't even go for the drag. After the
Justy.
they just go rampage.
Oh, they dive in. They find Dao Dao. They're like, you're not even safe under the bottom T3. They take that one down. They make their way to the mid T3 as well. Blacklist International doing everything well, and Ahem all by himself. Blacklist International are looking to end it, but they want to make a statement as they take down Ahem. They're going to take game number 1.
They are showing their aggression, showing their dominance by such a great play in game 1. I'm like, it's non-stop, right?
Big Boop,
It's
I feel for you, bro.
unstoppable. Everyone just keep pushing forward, and everyone just
don't deserve
bursting
that.
out their energy that they
You
have.
don't deserve this, brother.
Aggression. It has been
You deserve
nothing
better
but that. Justy, just
from
like
OG.
how he's able to go. He says, get on my back. Let's go
Yesterday
in.
you were
There is no
left
red
one
light.
got
It's all
crushed.
green lights from here.
Yeah,
All
I feel
because
like
of
they're
them, and
really
today looks like your
enjoying
right
the
one is
chaos
going.
that they made in game 1.
Yeah. I mean, this has got to feel so good for this team, right?
Yeah.
I mean, again, we were always talking about the importance of game 1. Being able to take that one out like the way that they did.
That way.
Dominant, right? And that's going to feel really great for them.
I'm telling you, we had an idea that was going to be an aggressive game. Like, we knew that they were going to be trading punches, but this just took me back to high school,
Yeah.
man.
He
You know,
was
like,
so
everyone
young.
just going like, fight, fight,
He was
fight,
just
fight,
getting
fight.
into life,
and then they just
bro.
started just punching
He
each
just
other at
got,
7 minutes 30.
you know,
5v5, right?
He was entering life.
The Tyrant, what is going on in here? I love that. I love that. Something
Feel
else
bad
that
for
I
him,
love
man.
was Golden Kai, man. Like, we talked about
I really
Golden Kai
do.
at the beginning. We were thinking, like, how is he going to take it? How is the communication with the coach?
Yeah.
It is not about the words. It's just about the actions. And he completely showed us that he is on.
Yeah, and I think with that sub yesterday, I think it's the whole Michael Jordan meme where he's like, I took that personally.
that personally.
He came back here, he is 5-1-2. Golden Kite was like, never again. How dare you?
Yeah, I feel like he do clear up his mind.
Oh, don't do that.
And
Don't do
he's
that.
not influenced
You know, if you
by
get
the
slapped on
result
your
about, like from
right,
the rotation
show
that
them
he
your
did
left.
yesterday. So
That's what
yeah,
Jesus
nice play
said.
for him in game
Don't do
1.
that, man. Like, don't make
just a
voodoo dolls.
completely
No.
controlled game, as you saw that by that gold grab, right? Blacklist International never
Just
took their
accept
foot off
that
the
you're-
gas. They were able to close things out, and the way that they were able to do it, again, aggression. Like, they got the kills, and they
just
were not
accept
waiting for
that both
respawn
of them are
timers.
gone.
They just kept snowballing from there.
Life goes on. It always
And now
does,
it looks like
brother.
we're going to go into the highlight here just to kind of see exactly how things paced out. Chami once set things off.
Indian team
like you were
has
talking about
already
the fact
lost,
that he's
brother.
roaming everywhere. He had such an impact. He's in literally all of these highlights here.
Yeah, I feel like he's always back up for his teammates. And
See,
also
bro,
I
it's
mentioned
all
about
the
the
attack titan there.
micro that they did in game 1 is that they took both side lanes first, side lane towers first. So you can see like in the last team fight, how easily that Guan Yu can go in. in, right, at the back.
Yeah, I mean, like, even in this highlight itself, Jamie1 was fighting 1 versus 2, got both of them, bought enough time for Justy to kill Dao and to join them in the end. Look at how Jamie1 baits it out. Ehans is like, oh crap, here's everybody else, and Jamie1 just going in for the drive-by, getting some of those kills. But this is what things happen, like in terms of just like how they're able to dissect your team.
Yes.
Beautiful.
And yes, the beautiful is definitely the word to describe the team fight that they made, especially the last one, like Char's ulti with Guan Yu at the back. It was just like overwhelming.
Just going in, Justy, setting things up, initiation.
Xiao's damage was very high, no? What do you guys think?
Blow him up. Ahem was trying to deal
What
with
do
the
you guys think? Xiao's damage was so high, no?
Smiles on the blacklist side.
Since the beginning of the day, I've
Oh,
been saying
wait!
that
I
was
know
on
him
the
from...
OG
He's
Esports
Philippines,
car
bro.
right over
Blacklist,
there.
they are Philippines. I
Riding
saw
on it.
him in that
But I
shot.
think the Blacklist
Where,
International just showed
where
us right now that
that caster
they're
girl,
ready to
not
do
the
this.
caster
They
girl,
really
there is that
want
one
to
girl, no,
be
who's
able
talking
just
to the
take
players
that
after the end of the
ticket
match. She
to
does
go
this
into the group stage.
camera flip
Right
and
now,
then they
Blacklist
do one
International
dance,
with a
no.
1-0
In that
lead
dance,
on
that guy
top
is
of
standing.
OG Esports.
Philippines.
Boys from OG Esports, they need to turn things around.
Now
or
I
they're gonna
remember.
be heading to the airport tonight.
This one.
So, ladies and gentlemen, let's go to a little break, and when we come back, it's going to be game 2 of our match 2 of the day.
No, this will be copyright if I watch it from here. Yeah, Florentino played well. This is not a game, guys.
Play is in our DNA. Whenever we let it out,
Is it AI? No, right?
it becomes our superpower.
This is not AI. The first one of the baby kicking and
Now
everyone
imagine
shouting
an entire
feels
city
like AI.
being built to supercharge it. Kadir City,
Guys,
powered by Play.
buy a house in Kijia city. Kijia.
We were there. For every click, every clutch, every respawn. We were there for the years of grind. And we're here. Now. The proud founding partner of EWC. Powering the biggest event in gaming. Shoulder to shoulder with the world's best. Making history. Greatness deserves a stage.
Yeah.
Lenovo Legion. Reach your impossible.
No, I have to go play with girls, bro. Don't do that, man. Like, why are you immediately taking such rash decisions? Don't do that, man. Be a better person, bro. You don't immediately need to go from one end of the spectrum to another. That's not how life works, man. Why do you always keep making these decisions, bro? Like, is this AI? Is this AI? Yeah, Nan, I do understand that life is hard for you right now. But that doesn't mean you have to make it worse for others, bro. Like, you don't need to pass it on. You know, absorb it, sit with it,
Welcome
think
back.
about
This
it,
is the
and then
KWC
move on, brother.
2026. We're gonna go into game 2 on this IKL against PKL matchup.
Oh no, Enya
Right
is
now,
here.
Blacklist International, they have the
Why is
advantage
Enya
on
here,
top
man?
of OG Esports. One more win, and they're gonna move into the finals of the lower bracket, and that would send OG Esports packing back home. Right now, if we talk about the heroes, we had a
Hi,
very
Enya, welcome
long
to the
chat
stream.
about like hero picks and what has been meta, what has not been. We've been talking about Florentino a lot. 2 performances, 2 losses. What is going on?
I just think it's that the teams are not familiar about it. I mean, we kind of addressed this a bit. I think you were talking about it earlier about the players don't seem like they're next level
used
with it.
that
They
word,
still
what
need a
about
little bit
because
more time
manager
for it
was
to really
like,
marinate and
bro,
for them
you
to get
created a
comfortable.
new job
Yeah,
for Nan.
that's one thing. And as for game 1, to me, it's more like a strategy issue than a mechanics issue.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
like as for Yihas, right, he played this game for quite a long time. Actually, he started his career back into like 2018.
Guys, my
right?
food
He
is
played
almost
this
here.
game very experienced. But the thing is that once you see Charming One roaming a lot, but
I mean, they will call, no problem, they will call.
Forward. It's more like they put their focus into that pushing strategy, but it just doesn't work because it's just overwhelmed by the team fight provided.
He has made it his identity, brother.
Yeah, and I think it's kind of
he has
like,
fully
it
embraced
seems like Chammy One has gotten the better of him thus far. Chammy One in terms of the overall team fight, the control and everything. But Florentino, you can carry at the end of the day. And he was never able to do that because, again, it seemed like there were too many mouths to feed and not enough space for OG to really get themselves into this one.
I am really looking forward to for Florentino carry, man.
Yeah.
Because coming here all the way to Paris, like I've been just kind of like literally just counting the days until I can see a Florentino carry, and it's just not happening.
Florentino Glazers everywhere, bro. I'm not the only one. Okay. So hopefully HOK will make him permanent.
It's going to
so
be
many people are
OG
enjoying
on the
it.
blue side, Blacklist International on the red. Let's see how this chess match is going to unfold.
Well, I do like the way how they just ban away this Byron and Florentino at the same time, just directly targeting Nachami One. Those OP heroes, you don't want to get it.
Yeah,
you have no chance to get it.
No chance to get it. And I think that I don't know if OG are overvaluing the Florentino pick, because we did see Chammy One play the Florentino. That was the other loss that he got with that hero. But they're looking to know that they think it's strong enough to at least warrant a first phase ban. But if anything, you know, when you're playing against Blacklist International, you attack Chammy One in the draft as much as possible and take away some of his heroes.
But at least Chammy One got his very Dharma.
True. Yeah.
I feel like at least, right?
Yeah. I always make the joke that when they get the Dharma, they just auto win. Like, he has such a good high win rate with that hero. He's very good. Obviously, it's not 100%, but I do think that it's something that you have to fear at any part of the game if you see that.
That's what we call like signature hero.
Yes, for sure. Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Bro, Flo is going so well in the tournament. What do you mean move on? His problems are my problems. We are going to get a good lawyer, and S8UL and Sero for my... Bro, me? Why? What did I do, bro?
I guess
Bro.
this time Jumpy is also not available. It's gonna be a
No.
questioning for them how they're gonna guard the setting around highest outing.
If you see IC Morning, Enya and Nun together, just run. Oh, the deadly trio.
Fine, we're gonna set things up.
Bro, but Enya is the one who says, I see you morning, right? I see you morning or something like that.
So you have to be very careful when you do try to use that Mirage.
Especially that they are picking out this Agudo at the third pick, because Agudo is such a great counterattack with this Haya, because Outi can just trade before the team fight happens. So I feel like they are letting OG to have this Haya.
Yeah.
Bro, Haya.
I mean, also at the same time, while I do think the Haya is first pick worthy, most teams right now are looking to figure it out.
Haya is going to be the savior of your
most of the counters that you see here
right
are,
ball,
I would say, very
which I saved yesterday.
as a counter. But now you're looking at Chorus' side with OG, like they're gonna, you know, Yangjian. Now you have the Dolia to kind of have two Moonscape Mirages. Like, this is really to kind of enhance this hero even more.
Exactly. And but you just mentioned about how many counter picks that Blacklist did, right? Actually, all three heroes are for Haya, but that just brought another thing to the table, is that it's pretty squishy, right? And also it might be pretty vulnerable if you just can't land your skills correctly onto the enemy that you want. So tankiness is what Blacklist need in the bans.
Yeah.
In picks, sorry.
Definitely. And you need some sort of way. I mean, they have a lot of damage. They have a lot of control. I mean, the Dolia just kind of enhances all of that. So, I mean, being able to pull out the Dolia here, very, you know, it opens up quite a lot.
Well, I don't see you
probably
morning.
do need some sort of tank.
Brother,
I don't know what
it's not like
direction
that.
they want to go here, but I mean, this is.
You don't
like,
need to get
you have
into
so many different
details, bro.
opportunities, especially since we're only in game 2 here.
Exactly. And actually, I'm looking forward to seeing some heroes
Bro,
like
bro.
Sun
See,
or some heroes
bro,
like
enough.
Xiang
Be book.
Baiqi
Don't
on
do
the side
that,
of
bro.
OG.
Like,
because these
you don't need to
three
do that.
top
That is just
laners
too
can
much.
do
You know, there is a limit for
counterattack
everything now.
towards neither,
You are
either
going
Mozi
beyond the
or
limit
this
now
Xiao
by
Xiao.
making these dolls and all. Like,
I think that, you know, going in, if you're
now
looking
it's
at some
time
of the
to be
bans, they were
serious.
like, okay, you don't have a farm laner. We're going to attack you, Ahem, more than anybody else. They're going to pick up the Flowborn Marksman themselves, so they do have their own set of range, which
just got
is what
home
they
few
pretty much
minutes
want.
ago. I'm
When you know
going
that the
for
Haya is kind of
very
lurking,
tired
you
from
don't want to be
traveling,
close
bro.
by.
None. Sorry.
Exactly.
Bye, Nan.
But the vision
Bye,
will
brothers.
be the problem on the side of Blacklist International.
Yep. And now it looks like this is where things get a little hairy.
Beep boop, you
need
didn't
some sort of
realize
tank,
I
you
was
need a farm
joking
laner.
too?
Both of them are going to be picked here. But what kind of like, what sort of frontliner are you? I mean, you talked about Sun Tzu.
I was
Let's talk a little
smiling
bit
now,
more
bro,
about
at the end.
frontliner. Okay, looks like they're going to go with the Aaron here.
Yes, they go for Aaron, and also they took the Dharma away from Xiaomi 1. That is really smart, because also we mentioned about the initiation vision that Blacklist International is lack of. So OG this time on the blue side, I saw like they are building up a really nice draft in game 2.
Yes, and also this is, I mean, they're looking at the Aaron as more of like the counter pick, at least in terms of this lane against the full-blown marksman. We do know that Golden Kite is kind
it's okay, brother. It's
come
okay. It's
online,
okay.
at least from
Relax,
day
relax.
1 on. I do expect him to kind of go in. but,
Fati, bro.
Yo, one of your
Fati.
best players is Chammy 1. You give him a fatigue. Hopefully, you can also do your damage as well.
Yeah, I mean, like, Fatigue can be such a great warrior in this patch, and also Fatigue can do great laning against this Dharma, and also he can be such a great threat in the team fight towards this Irene.
Yeah, and also you know that because he's Chammy 1, he knows the Dharma, he knows the counter. This is going to be, you know, one of those things where
hi,
he's like,
Muskan.
hey,
Welcome
I
to the
know how to
stream.
deal with that Dharma.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
able to
long time
outlane
no
it,
see,
and
Muskan.
also I can carry in the end if I need to as well.
I
And in that case,
particularly
I feel like
don't
because
remember.
in game 1 we see a lot of team
Can you
fights
give
happen,
some
but in
context
game
as
2
to
I feel like the
who-
laning will
like
prioritize
when you
more
were
than
in
game
the
1,
live? I
because
remember the name
both,
though, but
teams are picking out those strong laning heroes. So in the early game, I
6
mean, like
months
before
back,
4 minutes
Muskan.
mark, we might see a lot of HP trade during the laning.
Yes. And I think it's, I mean, okay. Now let's pretend like you're the coach of OG.
Okay.
Right? All right. Okay. You seem very excited. Like
I'm
you want
very excited about
we're role
doing
playing.
this,
We're role playing.
you know?
But okay, if you are going to be the coach after that game 1,
Yes.
what are you telling the team?
Well, I was just forget game 1. Okay, let's just go for it. Go for another
Okay.
2 points. It's not a big deal.
Got it. So it's like the Men in Black, the red pen. Everybody forgets everything. Let's just move on, right? Like let's pretend like it didn't happen. But now we're, of course, second series of the day, game number 2. OG need to figure out a way to come back after that. You know, a bit of a hard loss in that first game there.
And during the laning, they're doing good. They're dodging the poking damage on the side of BLCK. So you can see like they are chasing them down.
Yeah, they might as well,
Wow.
right? I mean, they took a lot of damage just walking through the river, and 663 is like, okay, this is my river.
2023 November and
I will
December.
I will
Okay.
dominate here. But, I mean, Blacklist International, again, I think
What
that
do you
we
think
need to
about
kind of
Xiao Xiao having a
calm
strong
them
entry this
down a
year in
bit.
tournament?
I mean, it's just one game. They haven't won
I
the
didn't
series,
see the
but I'm pretty
previous
sure
2
that
years
they're feeling
tournaments,
pretty
but I'm
positive going into
always
it.
And I feel like, you know,
on board
it's
with
kind of strange to see Blacklist
Xiao Xiao
International
being one
play
of the
in
best
such
majors.
composition.
Always in all
mentioned
my
about the
top
aggression
10
that
mage
they
videos,
have, right?
top
They
5 mage videos,
really,
she'll be in the top 3.
Relies a lot on those muscular composition in the previous series, but check this one. It's like pretty much like poking strategy composition. So you need to keep a safe distance, no more melee fight. So while
Oban
they just
versus
pivot
Erin.
their playstyle, and can they just adjust to it?
Yeah,
Good game.
It looks like they're going to adjust to the top lane as Chammy 1 needs to be a little bit careful. The flash away by Ehans, but Chammy 1 is going to give up first blood. Dao gets that one, but Ehans does fall in the end. Blacklist with still 3 members up. Dao is looking to just hound forward. He's got the Heaven and Earth mode, but it doesn't look like he's going to continue. 663 has joined as well. Maybe it was a little bit of a bait as they continue with this fight. The Peacebringer on back onto 663. It looks like now they will disengage.
1-1 trade and flash for flash, all for the small niche objectives on the top, and there's a solo kill happening at the bottom. That's what I mentioned about.
Yeah,
you know,
I
like
see Morning is a very emotional person, bro. For him, it's 6. Brother Dao, you need to go back to your jungle, bro.
Be popped. Dragon is just going to wait around on the wings. Dao is very, very hungry as well. He wants this blood in terms of this kill. And Chaz with that flash, the nice 2-man stun, the return. And now they actually make Neil pay.
The precise timing to unleash his ulti on the side of Joshi. That was so accurate. Just got insta control on the side of OG.
Yeah, perfectly played right there. I think that this is why those 3 heroes were like instantly picked. They knew that the Haya was going to be there. And they're like, okay, this is counterpick, and we're going to set our draft around these 3.
Especially Haya is away from his flash.
Yeah. And now, I mean, Neil had to do the walk of shame. He's back in there. And like usually when your Haya is able to get going, has those items, he becomes scary even in the Mirage. But now that he's kind of fallen behind, this is a bad spot because you don't want to be a secondary support in this game.
He is not using skin for Haya. That is amazing.
Item for Haya to
I
do
like the original only.
to do the burst out damage, and in that case, he needs to rotate more frequently, and also this time because they're picking out Dolia as a roamer, so you can't expect those control abilities coming from Dolia, right? Just like a little girl running that. So you need to pair up with Dharma in
Yes.
game 2.
Oh yeah, if Ehans is able to get that double truth, that would literally be teamfight winning. Assuming that they were able to set that up, I mean the draft makes a lot of sense, but it all comes back to execution. Right now, Blacklist International have gotten the slight edge as it looks like they get the Honey Sweet Freeze. The ambush is real and Ahem is down for the count yet again.
I mean, like, it's very
Bro.
torturing to
Beep boop.
be at the bottom lane because that was like a 3-1. So
No,
definitely,
he doesn't have skin, bro.
Blacklist is making something happen at the bottom.
Yeah, but Dao using that space, they're like, okay, all right, Ahem did go down, but Dao's like, all right, we can still take the Tyrant because there's too many of them there. Now Ehans gets the truth on, Joshi dodging most of this, and now Ehans not able to hit him off the backboard, so it looks like he's going to walk away. And now Blacklist International again back. They're looking to be grouping up into this 5 here. And Dao, you could tell he is completely, not to say possessed, but he's definitely encouraged to control this, control the game this
I
one.
feel like he's furious now.
Oh yeah.
It's like,
Oh yeah. I mean,
like they play a head-to-head because both junglers are very famous and well known for their mechanics and their own playstyle. But in game 1, it's kind of like he was overwhelmed by Joshi. So this time I feel like playing this young Jane, he's gonna be more proactive.
yes. And I think that, I mean, as the star player, you got to be like, okay, how am I carrying this team? How do I get my team back into this one?
True.
So again, you got to be taking it personally. You got to get back because, again, the team needs you here. And now, again, Blacklist continue. I love the fact that they're being, invasive in terms of this jungle. Dao has to use his own ult to go in. Ehans gets the truth on, but it's just Dragon who's looking to shake things up here. Chaz is about half life as well. They're going to be backing off. The Cannon Blast is going to completely miss on this one. And OG are going to disengage, but they might have lost parts of their jungle at least.
Yeah, the way that how they trying to design the team fight is that once Ehans coming in, Nil was finding an opportunity trying to catch Golden Kite on the other side. But the thing is that a lot of flash trade that you can see, right? Flash trade once between Nil and Dragon in like around 2 minutes at the top side of the map, and another trade that you just see during the team fight. So that's a problem. We haven't witnessed once about the ulti from Nil yet.
Yeah, hasn't done as much, especially. I mean, Ehans as well. The truth, we expected a little bit more. He does a little bit better job in terms of the positioning of that. They might have gotten a kill. Unfortunately for them, and fortunately for Blacklist, they've been able to weather that storm, but they take the mid-team one.
Oh, wow.
Out forward by Dao doing some serious work as they actually pick off Dragon, and it looks like they're going to find Cammy one as well. And you were saying, hey, Neil, you got to get your Mirages. Well, there's one for you, Nora.
Beautiful answer. I love it. And I do like the way how Dodo just dashed in, right? Use his first ability and the furious play that you can see coming out from Dodo.
Yeah, and just like that, the game, the dynamica, the tempo, everything is shifted in favor of OG as they're invading their jungle, taking away the Crimson Golem, and now, I mean, with Ahem,
The
with
food
this
delivery
one,
is
that will
about
help us
to arrive
find the
now,
efficiency.
guys.
Yes, and we mentioned about the aggression might be the sharing feature for both teams. So this time, Blacklist, as we said, right, they are picking out those poking strategy compositions. So how they're gonna make their adjustments to this kind of composition, I feel like they're kind of lost, right? Because they're trying to go it head-to-head against OG by those team fight. But the thing is that the composition they go for didn't allow them to do so.
Yeah, definitely didn't allow that, right? And I think that Blacklist on the other end, now they're playing from behind.
Yeah.
They need to get some sort of pickoff. They find 663. It looks like he will eventually fall. Chammy one gets him. It looks like 663 was just a little too far ahead.
Yes, and that's going to be an opportunity for BLCK because they are trying to find out those outnumbered team fights because it can be a little bit hard for them to do a 5 versus 5, but 5 versus 1 to Dolia, it's going to be easy take.
Yeah. But, I mean, roam lines don't matter. Nobody cares about them, right? It's an easy kill. But now with this power play, I mean, 663, if anything, he's just a roamer. He was very low level, so his respawn timer is much quicker, so he'll be able to get back into the fight. In the end, it wasn't the worst thing, but still, any sort of win that Blacklist can get is got to be gravy.
And there's a very interesting thing about this Dolia is that when you're playing in game, once you unleash your ultimate, job's down.
Yeah. I think that is huge here. And now the flank, they actually try to go in. They actually only connect onto one. Ehans not able to find the perfect one, but the box is going to be real, and he's going to be sent into the Mirage. Ehans is so low, as well as Dao, who's coming out of this one. Blacklist is low on their own side. As they try to go in, they find him. Chaz is going to be picked off, but Ehans is traded away. OG all out running right now. now.
Nice counterattack, nice backslash, and
Okay,
I
I'll
would
go
say
get
that
food
they
and come
already
back.
know that they are not that they're not that powerful to contest OG with a 5 versus 5.
Oh, the Hound forward. They find Jussie. He's so low. Down gets that pick. He found him. It was a little too far up. And with his friends, they got the pick off. And now they want more as they find Tammy1, who's on the run, has to hide under the tower. And OG will say, hey, thank you for the jungle.
I feel like everything just going to be so chaotic. Like just happening. Once again, a lot of back and forth that you can see right now in game, especially we're going to the upcoming 10 minutes mark. So, wow. Let's just take a deep breath. I would say, like, for Blacklist, I noticed that actually after the initiation started, they just took one step back, and that is very important to execute this kind of composition. But the thing is that how are you gonna stop Dao this time?
Well,
it's got like 100% killing participation so far.
Everything revolves around him.
Yeah.
I mean, his net worth lead is 1.5K. Again, he's been able to bounce back on this Yangjian. He's actually done quite well. Everything is set up, right? Again, he decides to go. Everybody needs to follow him as he takes a lot of damage. He needs to be careful. The Cannon Blast is not going to slow him down, but Blacklist right now have to worry about this raid boss. Another Cannon Blast onto 2. Look at how Blacklist are kind of, again, they're grouping up. They understand that this is not a great spot. We cannot be isolated as it looks like they find Neil. The Moonscape Mirage is going to be used defensively, sending him in. And Dao is off to the side. Oh, yeah, to the truth. Oh, setting it up. And Jussie has to be backing off. The Honey Sweet Breeze onto 2. And now Dao is getting a little bit low, but they've already found Chammy1. That was the setup. The Hound on forward. Dao might have been a little too aggressive, but they find Dragon. And it looks like Chaz, oh, he flashes into the wall. The box is not going to save him as he too will fall. 3 members down from Blacklist.
It's going to be a triple kill goes to Aham, and I feel like OG, they are getting into the game. They are leading the game.
What a bounce back performance thus far. Ehans is going to be back, but the fact that Aham died twice, he lost the solo kill to Golden Kite, but getting that triple back into this game. Again, OG, the way that they're playing and revolving around how Dao is going in has been amazing.
Like no retreat that you can see on the side of OG, right? Everyone just dashing in and find any possible opportunity to keep fighting, and that's the thing. Like you can see like positioning of Ehans, and also how Dao dashing twice, and also how Aham just relying himself. Just check the replay, right? Ehans goes first and just let the opponent scattered, and at the same time, the second dash in using the neutral objectives that they have, and also check Aham's positioning. He's just being so safe, playing around him, and got him a triple.
Yeah, and actually, we were talking about the counter picks to the Haya.
Yes.
They were looking to set things up, but then they were like, okay, we have Chammy1 locked into the Mirage. Everyone else goes in the backline so that they have to deal with those heroes. They can't just, sit around, linger around for that, Moonscape Mirage to end. So that's how they've kind of reacted to it. OG right now, again, understanding the heroes and what they need to counter the counter.
Just being more proactive.
Haya should have been banned.
Of course. And now
like, why not ban Haya? Like, Haya is so good.
Not really going to connect. Furball is going to be just slowing them down. They've dealt with the minions, buying a little bit more time for Blacklist.
Everyone is banning Haya. These guys won't ban.
Looks like OG going to wait for the next piece. Next minion wave, if you will. They're going to knock on the door. Blacklist are going to look to clear the wave yet again. Again, they need to slow, but he finds Dragon, who actually has to go golden, but he's going to be picked off first. The Truth sending him out. That was a nice little initiation. They've got the Moonscape Mirage. Chammy1 is fighting with Neil, and they find him, and yet again, the backline. Dao chasing after him, but they find Ehans, but the bottom T3 down.
The flash from Ehans was so swift that they didn't really predict that might be a hero who's going to jump in and initiate.
Yeah, you always have to assume that Ehans on that Starma, like the Flash Truth is always available. He hasn't gotten that stun, but that was just enough for Dragon to get out of position.
Hi,
Then you have the rest of them. Like Dao is an absolute monster at this point, especially with Ahem. Like if we're talking about this damage, like Dao, 98,000 at this stage, doing phenomenally here. Overlord going to be picked up here. Ahem, again, more push, more play, less space for Blacklist coming up.
Yeah, so it's going to be very hard for Blacklist right now because, as we said, there's no tankiness can be seen on the side of BLCK, and also their lack of vision control, which allowing Heya to be more bold to use his ulti.
Yeah, very bold, right? And this is why that high-up pick is just so annoying to deal with. It's like you get just slightly out of position, you're stuck in purgatory, if you will, stuck with a guy that you don't want to be in. The rest of your teammates can't really help you. And Dow looking to go in, fighting 1 versus 4, and Dragon! Oh, he takes most of it. The Hound is going to pick him off, and Chaz is running for the hills. The box is going to lock them all in onto the tower. He Peacebreakers on back, but at what cost? Chammy1 just flashing away. They have to hide in, but the Moonscape Mirage just at the very end, spacing it out. They find Joshi. They get most of the picks as Chammy1 has to somehow hold it. It looks like OG are going to take it game number 2.
OG is making comebacks, and Dow is on fire. Could you believe that that was a 1 versus 5? The man was godlike.
Dow not scared. He knew he was just like, he was the man, right?
Yeah.
He was a complete raid boss, completely just diving in, does not care how many towers, how many players you have. He will be able to take this fight.
It just feels like he's saying,
for now, bro, for now.
One person who's going to rescue the team, I'm going to be the one.
Yeah, I'm the man, right? I'm going to ensure that no matter what happens, I got your back. We're back in this series.
Exactly.
Things around right now, OG Esports. Unlucky for them because they were at the brink of just like falling and then just going back home. With this performance, they turned things around. Blacklist
I think this is the first time we are seeing a 1-1 and we are going for the tiebreaker.
Well, right? Like they start very aggressive. They come in with the ambush. They start tossing in there just all of the fights. Give them a little bit of an advantage at the beginning. But what happens then?
I mean, you let Dow get his space, right? I think that it's one thing to be quote-unquote winning, but if you're not able to kill Dow, find him, take away, some of the jungle camps away, he's going to get out of control. I mean, 12,000 net worth, like double Dragon, and I mean, double Chaz. Like, he was just so next level where no one could fight him.
And I feel like the draft also going to be on the spotlight in this game because we mentioned about the initiation that OG has, right? Young Jen can go for the first hand, and so does Dharma, so does Haya. Like a lot of initiation that you can see on the side of OG. But as for Blacklist,
Ishin hasn't been picked, no?
Not in their comfort zone, this kind of composition.
Yeah, agreed.
Did Ishin like magically fall off or something?
Able to play their game. I mean, if we're looking at it, it was just more of like running away, right? They didn't want to take any sort of fight. Like we saw in game 1, why they were successful. We talked about
Erin did 7% damage.
Success.
Jungler did 37% damage.
Passively, and
43% damage
and I think
taken.
that it was very commendable just to see Ahem's performance today, right?
Yeah.
Like in here, like it starts really difficult on the Erin, 0-2 in the first 4 minutes, and then on the 10-minute marker comes in with a triple kill, and then he just picked up and it took off, and it was the Ahem show.
Yeah, and as we go into these highlights, I mean, this is what they were looking to do. Like, look at how Blacklist continuing to brawl. Dow is just lingering around, but he's just buying time because, again, once 663 is there, you've got that, potential Celestial Melody, but this is probably the tipping point when things just started to kind of flex in favor of OG.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be the pivot point because, as you can see, everyone just being taken extremely low, but after Haya just fixed the place in such a narrow spot, and everything just went so optimistic from that
The problem in there is just that Dragons, the items were not online ever. Like he had so few gold that he hits Dow twice, and Dow is still standing over there. And this is S8UL. Like it should be burst damage immediately.
Yeah, and look at the Dow. Oh my gosh, he's playing with fire. Absolute limits of this hero staying alive. It was more of like bait. Everybody's like, oh, okay, we can finally slay the dragon. But Dow's like, no, I'm gonna hound on back. I'm gonna be fine.
And that's, to me, is pretty much like a testing, even including this one, testing where the boundary is, right?
Yeah.
And for the last team fight, he just go for a 1 versus 4 because he already know that, okay, I'm going to survive with a 1 versus 3, 1 versus 4, so I'm going to close out the game.
All right, OG Esports right now, they take 1 back and they're going to put it 1-1. The next game is going to define everything. Who's going to stay,
with
who's
Zhang
going
Fei,
home.
Dharma.
Let's go for a break.
This
and
time,
when we come back, it's going to be game 3 over match number 2.
Play is in our DNA. Whenever we let it out, it becomes our superpower.
Superpower.
Now
Superpower.
imagine an entire city.
Guys,
being
buy
built
a
to
home in
supercharge
Kijia
it.
City. Buy a home in Kijia City.
Powered by play.
Kijia City. Kijia. Yay. Thanks to Beep Boop for sponsoring this burger.
The human body was built to move.
Oh.
Not trapped at a desk in one singular
Nice, bro.
posture for 12 hours a day. It's time your chair evolved. This is Secret Lab Titan Evo. Ergonomically engineered for you, gamers, hybrid workers, artists, backing your every move.
He thinks he can come in here and play my game. He knows nothing but oh!
Tyler 1, you're done.
Game 3 is on. Whoever that wins this one is going to stay alive, move forward, and then just go and play one more match. And whoever that loses is just going to just start packing and heading back home. 1-1 OG Esports against Blacklist International. Yesterday, Blacklist International has the same story. Win the first game, lost the second one. Are we having the deja vu from yesterday's performance?
We might. I think that that's actually kind of scary as if you're a PKL fan, right?
Yeah.
Because these are your boys, right? This is like your third place team. You have high expectations going in, but now you got to shake things up, right? Like I think there was just too much momentum after game one. You're thinking that we got this one. This is a marathon. It's not a sprint. You got to bounce back in this game 3.
And I feel like if they want to do so, they need to make some adjustments to their draft because we mentioned about why not just play in your comfort zone, right? And in that case, I think this time they will just go for more proactive heroes. For example, like Loon at the farm lane and also Mai in the mid.
What I can see on this in front of them is that OG, this was the first game that they have won in this tournament, right?
Yes.
Yesterday was a 2-0, then they lost the
Yeah.
first one, and then this is going to be the first game. Is this a turning point that is going to just give them the energy, that is going to give them the confidence that they need in order to make it to group stages?
Well, if you're any other team, you got to be scared because if Dao starts to power up, get that energy, and hits that next level, now we're talking about a completely different team, though.
And we mentioned about their backstory, right? How they got their spot, how they made their journey into EWC 2026, right? Because they were in the low bracket and they were thought as the Dark House, and I feel like they are making comebacks as what they did back in their IKL.
Of course, like they beat Kagendra in the last match just to take that last spot in order to make it all the way here, right? And that's just a statement because it was one of the names that we're expecting to have here in KWC 2026.
Exactly.
Yeah. Never say die. I think that both of these squads going in, I mean, I think, Isaac, you were talking about many a times that they need to start packing. I mean, I'm scared for both of them. I don't want to pack. I don't want to go home, right? I want to continue on. I need my journey to continue, and they need to win this game.
Wow, best of one. To be honest,
Yes,
right?
you're right,
Even
you're
now,
right.
it's gonna be a best one, like one game, deciding game,
Yeah, I think that's even more pressure to really perform in this
and
one, right?
scary to be honest.
Everything on the line. We were talking about like, how much of your cards would you want to show? All in, right?
All in.
Right now is the time. You don't want any regrets.
And I feel like right now the most valuable cards might be mine.
Guys, Zilong is kind of becoming like
they are looking for this
has become like
aggressiveness. Mine is
Zephys.
definitely gonna be down, and also Aoi.
Yeah. And I love the fact
Because-
that like OG